バンダイナムコ
So intense here today. Welcome back to the stage of history. Guys, it's going to be an amazing day. We are live with the Soul Calibur throwback, and today we are throwing back, way back, to 2019, the World Invitational. My name is Markman. I'm here with Mr. James Chen. How are you doing today, James?
Doing all right, and it's crazy. 2019, it does feel like a long time ago. Feels like a whole different world back then, so yeah. But I'm excited here to watch some of this. I didn't get a chance to actually watch most of the footage from this event yet, so a lot of this will be brand new to me, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I was there live, so it was actually very exciting. We were over at Las Vegas, and we invited some of the champions from previous events throughout the year of 2019. And, of course, we had a wonderful LCQ where some of the best Soul Calibur players in the world battled it out to qualify for this glorious top 8 that we're going to be showing later on today. But it was so much fun, and, you know, the game has grown so much since then. I remember last year at EVO, there was an announcement of, you know, Season 2 and Haomaru being put into the game. But this was more of an update where they started talking about, you know, the balance update and, you know, everything that's to come. And we're still experiencing some of that stuff, of course, being included in the game. The team's still developing. But it's been a fun ride so far. But, of course, we also have this weekend, we have an awesome event that's going to be coming up.
That's right. Yeah, this weekend is going to be, you can see right here, it's going to be a Soul Calibur Online Challenge US East. So that's going to be taking place on Halloween. You can register right now at scworldtour.com. Tweet about it with the hashtag SCVI's SC6 Online Challenge. And there's going to be a lot of strong players for that as well, obviously. So a lot of good players out there are going to be playing in there, including, I wonder if oh, you can see right here. Yeah. So I was just about to talk about some of these exhibitions here. Woes going up against BWV Linkors, Rikuto going up against Deuce, Ender's J. Oh, man. And then Axel Party Wolf going up against Shen as well. Party Wolf, of course, he was the one who won the last chance qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken, at the 2019 Invitational. So we're going to be seeing him in the top 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely a good list of players over here. That's actually really, really exciting to see. So.
Yeah, and again, that's going to be taking place on Sunday, November the 1st. And again, if you're in the U.S., you have to make sure you adjust your time because we have to change the time at 2 in the morning. Right. At least Pacific time, but I mean, you guys make sure you adjust it so you don't miss out. You don't want to miss out on an hour of the action. So.
Yeah, for sure. And again, like I said, some of these are the strongest players on the East Coast that you can find. Some of the greatest players out there, and yeah, this is going to be cool to see for sure. All right, and then also if you want to, you know, get some nice little swag Soul Calibur shirts for yourself over here. You can see these were designed by the battle director. And I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I feel like is it just Osaka?
It's Osaka, yeah. Osaka, okay. Old school member, not only part of the battle the dev team, but also been a member of the community for such a long time now. And these shirts, awesome. They're available in many different territories, as you can see on the screen. You can search Soul Calibur t-shirt on Amazon. There's also some links that are showing in the chat as well. They're on a timer, so make sure you guys check those out. Aside from the shirt from Osaka, there's other shirts as well, designed by Okubo-san and Masuteru as well. So make sure you guys check out all the different designs. 6 designs in total.
So I need to pick up some Soul Calibur shirts for myself then. I mean, I don't know if some people in the FGC are old enough to even know what this shirt is that I'm wearing over here. This is truly old school status here. I have a weird suspicion that this shirt might even be older than Linkor's himself. You know?
Oh, I think everything is older than Linkor's. Either way, we're going to get started pretty soon, but I want to give a big shout out to our friends over at Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Soul Calibur Throwback and the Soul Calibur Online Challenge. Lots of love to them. They're always showing love to the fighting game community.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, for Soul Calibur as well. Also want to give a shout out to our friends over at Bud Light. We have the Bud Light beer leagues that are happening. We used to have it for Soul Calibur, but right now we're in the middle of Tekken season. That's happening on Tuesday nights. You guys can check it out at twitch.tv/BudLight and watch us next Tuesday or the next time we have it.
Yeah. definitely shout outs to them supporting the Bandai Namco games. And then, of course, you can follow all the Soul Calibur action as well as Bandai Namco esports on the social media. Of course, it's just Soul Calibur on the usual suspects, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, as well as BNE Esports on YouTube and on Twitter. There you go. And then, of course, if you guys want to talk about this event right now, this stream to watch some good classic Soul Calibur, international Soul Calibur action, tweet about it with the hashtag SCThrowback and let people know and have them come on in and watch some of the action alongside us. And again, enjoy some awesome Soul Calibur 6 play from some of the top players from around the world.
Yeah, join the discussion. I think it's really important. Let us know what events you want to see for the Soul Calibur throwback. Obviously, there's a lot of events that happen throughout the year and the past year and a half since the game has launched. So, would like to know what you guys want to see.
Yep. But again, it's going to be some fun times. We're going to, as you mentioned earlier, we're going to be watching the Invitational from 2019 that was at the Esports Arena in Las Vegas. Man, I feel like it's been so long since I've been there, and we can see it here. Starting off, of course, with our good friends Ebonic Plague and Alicia X Life. You saw that on the Invitationals list for the event this weekend. That Party Wolf was sponsored by AXL, and that is Axel, aka Alicia X Life's team. So she's
Accelerated Gaming. They're doing great things for the fighting community, really enabling their players and helping them do a lot more than what they envision. So it's really, really cool to see that they're taking it to the next level. I mean, it's great because Alicia X Life, she's so passionate about Tekken, about Soul Calibur in particular, and they really it really shows.
Yeah.
Then Chen on the screen. We got Singapore in the house.
Nice. Yeah, as I said, it's very international. And, so far, one of the best things about this, and we talked about this during the last throwback, was that the US, Japan, and France have all been kind of trading off who's been winning at the big major events. And they've always also done it on the road as well. Yeah. But Singapore, right there, right? Singapore is right there with everybody else. They haven't won one of the big ones yet. Now, obviously, this year has made it kind of difficult to have any of these international big events, but I'm sure they're right there. They're basically going to get there at some point very soon. But it's awesome to see that this is such a global game and to see so many different countries performing super well at this game.
Yeah, and you know what the great thing about Soul Calibur is? It's always been an international game. It's always been a game where, France has been a powerhouse since Soul Calibur 2 days. Singapore has been playing forever. Japan and Korea. I mean, there's so many different regions that have been playing this game at such a high level, and they've been going back and forth since the beginning of time, since the history books.
Yeah. And here we go. See him getting ready to sit down and get going here. Against, man, now that I know how young Linkor's is, I can see it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, he was not allowed to enter into the Bud Light Beer League because he wasn't 21 yet. So that should give you an idea of his age. Bud Light Beer League was just, a few months ago for Soul Calibur. But I believe he is of age now, so we may see him in the future if there is Soul Calibur returning, which would be great, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's interesting because, I think I mentioned this in the last throwback, but, this is a tall dude here. Linkor's is he's like 6 foot something. He's a monster. Like he could
definitely dunk over both of us.
Yeah. And so, I never thought of him as being just like 20 years old when I talked to him and everything. But, as you mentioned, he couldn't even compete in the Bud Light Beer League last time. But now that we know, like I said, I can totally see it on his face here.
I mean, don't let the age fool you, man. Linkor's is a veteran. He's been around for a long time, obviously playing in the SC5 days as well. And we know that game was a long time ago. So he's been playing Soul Calibur. He's well-versed in tournament play, but not just tournament play within the community.
Yeah. And of course, the game has changed a lot since this. I mean, this is even one season ago, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And so, the resist impacts and, the soul attacks and stuff like that, not yet added to the game. And so, we're going to be seeing the players use characters that we're not as accustomed to seeing them use normally now.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing the pirate, or I would say the struggle pirate, because back then Cervantes did not really have a lot of tools, and Shen was still able to make it work with this character.
Yeah, and that's one of the nice things too, is like the way that the team has worked hard to balance this game and everything. Right now, in a very, very good state, in a situation where the game is extremely balanced and a lot of most of the characters very viable. No character really considered like completely, not tournament worthy.
I mean, when we talk about things like balance, too, there's another big important part of balance is, aside from having competitive viability, is balancing them in a way where they're fun. And I think the team has done such a great job in, really, I guess, evolving the unique traits of each one of these characters, where they play so interesting and so different from each other, where they have their own personality. And not just that, one of the things that we don't really see in a lot of fighting games is, like, for example, someone plays this character, you know what to expect. But there is so much individuality where you can really bring the character to life, where you can tell, like, not every Cervantes player will play alike, not every Nightmare player will play alike.
Right, exactly. This game gives you a lot of room for expression, and it's one of my favorite things about this game. Since I'm a Killick player, I've been watching the Kura from Korea a lot. There's also obviously Party Wolf, but then there's a bunch of other players here in the U.S. I just saw Asionic just go and destroying people with Killick a while ago, and yeah, it's all very different styles, and it's really impressive, and I love trying to learn from all of them. But you can see here, Linkor is here off to a 2-1 start in rounds. But yeah, that's the lethal hit off of the GI.
Yeah, he was able to get the IGDR pickup as well into the back turn People's K. He's, able to deal a lot of damage when he's able to. And one of the great things, and I think one of the things we should watch from Shen, is his ability to whiff punish with the IGDR. It's one of those things where if he gets the right read, he's able to duck. He'll crouch right into it, pull it off, get a big launch.
Of course, for those people who are newer to Soul Calibur and stuff, GI, the Garden Packs, basically kind of like parries that you can throw out and deflect attacks and then try to counter the opponent as well. So a very, very useful tool to have, and keeps people in check from being a little too aggressive on their offense. Right. Okay.
And these players have obviously played each other before. Prior to this, there were so many opportunities for a lot of these players to kind of get together. There was the Mix Amp last year where I believe Linkors went out there. I know Shen was there as well. There was also Southeast Asia Majors. I don't think Linkors went out to that, but obviously that's a big highlight event for the players within Southeast Asia. And I think, if I remember right, from Southeast Asia, not including Japan, Shen is the only representative here in this World Invitational Top 8.
Okay. Look at what it's doing now. Yeah, I remember when he went to Evo Japan earlier this year, which is what we did on the first throwback. And I remember Linkor's telling me that was the first time he had ever traveled overseas. So. Right. So Linkor's, of course, taking game number 1.
Is that all? Oh, just the high there?
And again, one of the nice things about this game, like I said, is like, there's a lot of complexity in this game. But it's all based off of very, very straightforward kind of logic in there. So a lot of the horizontals that reach far, you can crouch under and punish. Most of the verticals that reach far, and actually at any range, most of the time, verticals you can sidestep. And so there's just a very logical way to go about the neutral in this game.
Yeah.
And then from there...
The general system, in a sense, it makes sense. Like, as you kind of mentioned, like the horizontals will help if people are trying to sidestep. Then you have the verticals, which are a bit more threatening, especially the mids that can launch and lead to big damage.
Exactly.
So, and it's traditionally been that way throughout the entire Soul Calibur series as well. However, in Soul Calibur 6, there are special conditions and special attacks that would lead to lethal hits. And I think that's really what adds to some of the zaniness that you'll see in matchups.
Yeah, and they also do a really good job with the lethal hits as well, because a lot of times the lethal hits are things like a move that has a tech crouch that goes under highs, like duck under a high, and if you connect it, it's a lethal hit. And so they're kind of guiding the players into how to use these moves as well.
Use it.
Exactly.
I mean, not only that, they have some really, really interesting conditions as well, where it'll only work if you have no meter, or it'll only work versus male cast characters or female cast characters, right? So very, very unique conditions for a lot of these lethal hits, but it would behoove you to learn these for your particular characters.
Right. All right. You can see here Shen taking the lead in this one.
Nice.
Alright, here we go, Linkors.
And trying to keep this pressure going over here. And of course, both of these characters are more kind of the mid-ranges characters, you know, and that's one of the nice things about this game too, is that, you know, as we go through the tournament, I'm sure we'll see characters, you know, for example, you get to Talon and you get to Taki, and they are short-range, fast characters, and then you get to someone like Ivy or Astaroth or Siegfried, and you've just got range for days. And so, you know, that creates a very dynamic sense of the game as well. Different characters creating different matchups. Ooh, we try to whiff punish. Oh, but too slow.
Yeah, gets an A out of it though. Oh, he tried to set him up there, but the push, the shove, and he's out of the ring. Guaranteed. Wall shove right into IGDR, launch out of the ring. And that's because of, I mean, there's some stages where they have walls, right? But then there's some with low walls. And those are ones where you can still get a ring out.
And it's interesting because, I mean, Cervantes, if he pushes you against the wall, he's going to kill you anyway, even if he can't ring you out, because he does so much damage off of these wall combos. But obviously,
well, that's the thing, too.
Ring out,
that shove that he does is unbreakable as well, so it's GG if you get hit by it.
You know, so Shen there tying it up. Are these 2 out of 3 or are these 3 out of 5? If do you remember?
Oh man, I don't even remember it was that long ago. I remember there was special set rules. I believe it was 2 out of 3. I want to believe it was 2 out of 3. If I'm wrong, oh man, this is a different. This is definitely a different event. This is obviously a more unique event. I guess, call it out. It's not traditional top 8 where we would have 4 people in the winner's side and 4 people in the loser's side. Everyone is starting from the winner's side from the outset. So there are going to be 2 extra sets of matches here in this top 8 that you guys are witnessing right now.
Yeah, it was basically 7 people were invited, if I'm not mistaken, and then and then, as we mentioned, the last chance qualifier for the last player as well. Okay. And look at this start from Shen. Wow.
Ooh, nice 2K to close it out.
Yeah, that's just one of those situations. I always talk about this when you have no life left. You know, it's just it's such a tough situation to make the comeback. But I have seen those comebacks before in this game, which is the crazy thing. This game is so momentum heavy.
Yeah, everyone has the ability to put their opponents in a blender as well. I mean, there's, it's crazy because, like, you know, compared to other games, like, for example, we'll probably compare it to Tekken here. The way throws are broken is it's a pure guess. There's no way of telling which throw they're doing.
Yeah,
for the most part, for normal throws.
No arms reaching out here. Even though, since I'm left-right dyslexic, I can't even tell which one it is in Tekken either. I just see an arm come out and I'm like, and then get thrown.
Linkor's trying to take back the momentum here. But Chen's been doing such a great job of kind of just dashing, getting in his face, getting in his uncomfortable space, and blocking and waiting for a reaction. And that's what we've seen time and again in the matchup here, the way he's been really able to turn it around. But here's a big opportunity for Linkors.
Yeah.
Oh, he's able to get it with the wall standing BB. Look at that.
Yeah, again, another situation, you know, you have no life left. A low's going to kill you as well. So you just kind of have to guess whether it's going to be a mid or a low at that point.
Nice. 6-6K, trying to create some pressure here. Going just in and out of the range that Linkors is optimal at. Chen able to put a stop there. There was some meter use as well.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, because of that IGDR array, the IGDR that has such good range, I almost like ATM'd it right there. I almost called it an ATM machine, you know?
I mean, you cash out. You either cash out or you get screwed. It's either.
But yeah, it's hard. It's scary because, like you said, if Chen is ready, he can whiff punish from a pretty far distance, and so you have to be particularly careful against Cervantes. But Linkor's trying to bring this back. I mean, if he wins this and it is 2 out of 3, he's going to be bringing himself to the very last round. Yeah, look at this. Activates the soul charge to try to get him off of him and maybe set up his own mix-ups. Off of this, obviously, he can charge. He can teleport right next to you like that.
Oh my gosh. Good block there, and he goes for the low option here. Look at this pressure. He does have a huge life lead, and it's going to be hard to come back here.
Yeah, you see right there, Chen actually just crouched because he was expecting Linkors to go with the low, and here we go, last round of game number 3. So if I'm not mistaken, whoever takes this will move on the winner's side.
Nice, 2A plus B, trying to create some pressure. 2A plus B leads to a huge combo here if he's able to get a lethal hit condition. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, nice.
Is he out of the ring?
Oh, yeah. Yep, it is 2 out of 3 right there. So Linkor, I mean, paying him back basically. Remember, because Shen took game number 2 with that ring out, and Linkor is coming back and doing the same thing. Down 0-2 in rounds in that game number 3, then won 3 rounds in a row, showing, just never give up. Just always stay diligent, take it 1 round at a time. And again, just showing why Linkor is one of the strongest in the U.S. right now. And again, we will see him on the exhibition on Sunday on November 1st.
Yeah, that should be a fun match. He's going up against Woes. I don't know if you saw some of the stuff that was posted on social media on the Bandai Namco Esports channel or on the Twitter page. There was an interview where they talked about the match. There was also a hype video as well. But Linkor was talking about how he looks up to Woes in such a big way, and it was one of the players that he really looked up to as he was learning the game early on.
Oh, interesting, man. I was hoping it would be more smack talk, but
oh man,
respect talk. I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe it's a mind game. Who knows? Who knows, James?
Oh, man.
Oh, we got our next set of players coming up, and this is another legend in the Soul Calibur scene. We have Keev the Nightmare from France.
And he is one of the big winners of the, the high scale events, as I mentioned before. But I can't remember if it was this event that he won, but if he didn't.
It was Evo Japan of 2018 or 2019. 2019. Yeah. So that was one of the first major international events for Soul Calibur.
Right. I just didn't want to spoil, who wins this event here. So.
Oh man, can you imagine how many people will be yelling, asking for a refund right now, James?
Yeah, I know, right? Man, this tournament that took place in 2019. How could I dare spoil this?
One of my favorite players. I got to call this guy out, Lolo from Mexico.
Nice.
With his crazy play. I mean, I was kind of heartbroken when he started switching to other characters. I was always a huge fan of his Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, Yoshimitsu.
He also uses Young Mina as well.
Yoshimitsu, of course, one of those characters that knowledge check characters. If you don't know what he's doing, you're just going to get beat up really, really badly. Like Yoshimitsu, Voldo, another one of those knowledge check characters. But Yoshimitsu, of course, I always feel like you have to be of a certain kind of personality to play Yoshimitsu. In this game and in Tekken, you almost have to kind of be a troll in real life, otherwise.
Well, it's crazy. It's crazy that you say that, James, because even though, I do agree that you have to play or be some kind of way as a gamer to be able to handle Yoshimitsu, but every single Yoshimitsu player plays so different from each other.
Yes.
Everyone plays so different from each other, whether it's Tekken, whether it's Soul Calibur. There's just a lot of variety, I would say.
Yeah, it's really funny, actually.
Yeah,
but they're all nuts. Yes, they're all nuts.
It's like you said, though, from Mexico, so you can see how international this tournament is so far. We've seen Singapore, we've seen U.S., now France versus Mexico. So we've in 4 players, we've had 4 different regions already.
Lolo, one of those players who's well-traveled as well. He made to a lot of the major events that were happening in the older games as well for Soul Calibur 5, even for Soul Calibur 4. He would be a frequent name at the Big E events. Shout-outs to Big E, of course, who has helped run some of the most epic Soul Calibur tournaments in recent years and recent iterations of the game. Looks like he's going straight into this matchup with Sung Mina.
Yeah, it's going with the Sung Mina. Okay. No Yoshimitsu here, even though we were all just talking about Yoshimitsu.
I mean, I don't blame him. In this version of the game, Sung Mina is such an amazing tournament character. Such an amazing tournament character. Even, yeah.
No, I was just about to say, like, I know her damage got nerfed, but I can't remember if this was still the phase where she does just ridiculous amounts of damage. Because I remember when this game first came out, she was just... Like, she hit you one time and you would just lose 50-60% of your life right away.
I believe there was an adjustment prior to this, but she's still obviously really, really strong in this version of the game. But again, this is back in time. I don't know how back my my flux capacitor goes. It was nice while rising AA. Continuing the rush. Let's see what he does.
88 miles per hour, which is what Keev is doing right now. You see him just going in there at 88 miles per hour.
I mean, always the aggressor.
Yeah, and of course.
Does not want to get caught in the blender. I mean, Mina probably having some of the best mix-ups, especially at a range. And one of probably the few matchups where Nightmare will lose the range game.
Yeah, like I said earlier, about the characters with the long range. One of the characters I did not mention, of course, is Sung Mina, who does have just ridiculous range. It's very scary to fight her because, like I said, and she's even got like some of those lethal hits that if they hit you at the tip of the move, you know, or if they just catch you, she's got a really far-ranged horizontal that if she hits you while you're running, sidestepping, it gets a lethal hit as well. So she's just got a lot of good ways to punish you at distance.
Oh, how did that miss? That was so weird. I mean, I think
Ooh, nice.
Isaiah and I both had the same reaction. Like, how did that miss?
Trying to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna make something happen now, but there it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, and there's the nice thing about Nightmare. Has the 6A, 6B, and 6K, which all just can absorb a hit and automatically just kind of explode and hit the opponent like that.
I hate to burst your bubble, but sometimes it happens. It's obviously such a great move from Nightmare. A great inclusion for, I guess, because he tends to be one of those characters because he doesn't have the fastest moves. He doesn't have the ability to do 10 or 12 frame moves really in a way where he can pressure his opponent. He has a defensive option that can really get him out of trouble.
There you go. Got the flip. Of course, he can flip you in both directions, so it's a 50-50 on which way to block, which way to tech that. Oh. Actually, if Keev gets this hit, no, not gonna happen. Ow, ow.
Edge of tomorrow, the reversal edge. You gotta make sure you're on point.
Yeah, you can land the reversal edges. Of course, they were still unblockable at this point in time if you had charged them all the way.
Full charge, yeah.
But if you, even when you land them, you still have to make sure you guess right afterwards. Otherwise, you're going to still lose and take all that damage. So it can help get you out of situations. But as we saw in that situation over there, Keev landed it and still lost the RPS afterwards.
Nice guard impact. The follow-up here. Look at this damage here. He's going to go. No, he goes for the ring out opportunity. Should be it. Yeah. Nice stuff there. Usually you would go for probably the 2A plus B just to be able to have the charge, but instead he opted to go for what would be lesser damage, but because of the positioning, it ended up getting him a ring out, which is very, very smart.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the nice things about this game too, is that the ring out, the wall splatting, and just the movement in general. It's probably the most fluid 3D movement in fighting games out of any fighting game. And it's again also very intuitive as well. You just kind of move around the field exactly where you expect to go. So
I mean, yeah, there's such a great difference in like different 3D fighting games and the way that movement is utilized. I always kind of this one more of akin to, I would say, like a waltz, and then Tekken's like maybe a tango or an electric slide. I don't know. I don't know what it would be. But it's definitely a different level of movement just because of the inclusion of things within the system, like 8-way run, where you can seamlessly move throughout the field in 3D, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then just having the stage awareness too. And it's really funny too, because like a lot of times if you're not familiar with it, you'll be like, oh, ring outs are cheap. People will get victories they don't deserve. But man, there's so much ability for you to control where you are on the stage. You can't, like, once you get to that higher level, you really feel like anytime you get rung out, it is your fault. You put yourself in that position because there is so much control.
Yeah. Oh, that was big. He almost had it, and that was from an aerial hit as well. He was able to. No, never mind.
Oh, there you go. Just knees him out of the ring. But again,
perseverance here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like in the Cervantes case, right? If he throws you and pushes you against the wall, he gets a big old combo. It's the same thing as any fighting game. You get put in the corner, you get put to the edge of the ring. That's kind of your fault. You didn't fight for your position properly.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Has there ever been a fighting game where you push them to the wall, you're at a disadvantage? I feel like anytime that you push your opponent to the wall, you're at the advantage. You restrict their movement. I mean, that's the case in this game as well. Your movement is restricted. You have the danger of either getting hit by a big wall combo or getting wrung out. Ow, nice.
What a nice side step. And of course,
threading the needle.
You can see Keev's life glowing yellow. That's another thing that Seong Mina is so good at, is getting you guard broken as well. Yeah. So many of her attacks they drain so much off of your guard meter. Of course, the guard meter is invisible. The best you can see is whether the border of your health bar is glowing yellow or red.
Yeah, and that is the only indicator. Once you're in the neutral state, it's not going to flash green or anything, but once you start seeing your guard start to wear, you'll start seeing it flash yellow, then eventually red, and then if it finally breaks, gives a free counter hit attempt if fast enough to your opponent, which could lead to some massive damage. So you cannot rely on just defensive play alone. You have to rely on movement. You have to rely on more than just blocks. Because if you block all day, you're in for a world of hurt.
Yeah. And again, there's a lot of moves. We talked about the lethal hits before. There are moves that are like, land this move after a guard break, and it's like the third hit of a chain. So that the first 2 hits are designed to also break guard as well. There's just a lot of really cool design in this game for that. Oh, back throw. Like you said, 50-50. They got to tech it with A or back A. And despite the fact that it is kind of 50-50, I'm always surprised at how consistent people are at breaking throws in this game.
Check this out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 9K. That's easily one of the best moves.
See, there you go. All those times you see the lightning off on Seungmina's moves. Those are all doing a ton of guard damage if you're blocking those.
Just yet, but don't forget.
Uh-oh. Big boot, the follow with the 2A+B. He's going to have a terror charge now. Let's see. Oh. And I like here, Lolo swinging, not giving him an opportunity to use any of those moves.
Yeah, no fear, essentially, just going after him. And there you go, Lolo tying it up 1-1. So in the first 2 games already that we've seen tying things up at 1-1. So you can see, as I mentioned before, just how good everybody is in this game and how well, how much parity there is internationally in this game. And it's one of the coolest things to not have one area in particular dominate. And so it's really cool to see this kind of talent, spread around the globe.
I don't even remember how many countries or how many regions were represented in this top 8, but I know it's more than 4. So it's actually pretty cool to just know that, right?
I mean, we haven't even seen a Japanese player yet. So
not yet. I think the only Japanese player may be Yutoto as well.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Who qualified, of course, from winning Evo, I believe, last year.
Right.
Oh, here we go. 2A+B, terror charge. He should be able to close out. Look at that. He just that guard damage was just so much. He is now on a single pixel of life left. There it is.
And once they get into your face like that, like I said, you just got to guess on the high or low. And you can get chipped out by a lot of different things in this game, especially, soul charge, certain moves during soul charge and such. However, you cannot die by chip damage.
Yeah. One of the other crazy things, too, is the ability to throw somebody, because throwing will always do some damage.
Right,
You gotta be careful.
Even if you tech it, you lose a tiny bit of damage, so it's not completely saving you.
Nice.
There we go.
Look at this pressure.
And the other nice thing is, not only are those break attacks that Seungmina does, give her a lot of guard damage, but most of the time break attacks are safe on block. They're plus on block, I should say.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you block them, you have to just hold that if they decide to keep the pressure going. Nice, while standing kick to punish the low.
Break attacks are the attacks that you guys see on the screen that have that lightning effect, that blue lightning effect. And it's a very interesting dynamic, because those moves are designed to beat things like the reversal edge and also guard impacts as well.
Oh my god,
Oh,
my
there
gosh.
it is. I talked about that lethal hit, catching you while running.
What's the mix-up? Oh, he went for the mid. Oh, the hop kick.
Yeah, it was very nice. And when she activates her soul charge, Seungmina gets access to a lot more guard breaks and a lot more break attacks and a lot more guard damage that way. Nice. Again, using those moves that automatically just crouch under those high attacks. Again, that crouching under high attacks, so important. Like, see all those moves that Nightmare has that swing so far and have that range. You could crouch all under those, but you have to be brave enough to do that, because if you crouch and they hit you with a launcher, you're going to take a ton of damage.
Yep, that was big. And again, I just heard Ebonic Play mention it, that low sweep from Seungmina is such a good. I mean, it's not huge damage, but it'll definitely play into the mind game. Oh my gosh, one more he could do it.
Yeah, this is so scary. Caught him while running, using the horizontal, making sure that he couldn't sidestep around him. And yeah, Lolo from Mexico here, gonna take Keev into loser's bracket. As we mentioned, Keev had just won one of the biggest Soul Calibur tournaments, and here in round number 1, sent to loser's bracket. by Lolo from Mexico. So
try these
again,
out.
very
I
love it.
They're super great.
He's definitely a crowd favorite, a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Temporarily, my soul actually left my body.
Yeah,
But
and again-
that's interesting. So those are our initial 2 matches here. Again, everybody starting off from the winner's side. We don't have 4 players in the losers from the outset, so we do have extra sets of matches to kind of find out how the typical top 8 would flow from what we're used to.
Yeah, but again, once again, shout outs to Ebonic Plague and Alicia X Life here, Isaiah and Alicia doing the call over here. I think there was a couple of other guys here. Wasn't KP at this event as well doing commentary?
Yeah, he was. He was one of the other members of the commentary team as well.
As well as yourself, right? So.
Yep. We did the LCQ grand finals or top 8, and then Alicia and Ebonic did the finals. Oh, here comes Skill.
Skill, nice. Also from France, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Skill, always one of those players that has represented the Blade, the Mitsurugi play.
I mean, it's one of those cool. See, this is man, I'm gonna do this all day, Mark. We're gonna be doing this all stream, but it's one of those things that I just miss about these offline events right now is this kind of in-person feel, you know, being walking down and seeing the audience and everything, and just.
Oh my gosh, this was a first round match. Skill versus Yutoto. Oh my God.
One of them has to go to the losers bracket in the first round.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, again, just everybody so strong in this tournament. And Yutoto, he was the one that won the most recent EVO, right? EVO Worlds, if I'm not mistaken. He won EVO 2019 in Soul Calibur. And then, of course, earlier this year in the previous throwback episode that we did, that was the one that was won by Blue God at EVO Japan. So right there already.
If I remember right, he was the highest placing Japanese player from EVO Japan of 2020.
Yeah. And so again, you know, without even talking about this event here, between EVO Japan, you know, Keev winning that one in 2018, and then Yutoto winning EVO Worlds in 2019, and then in 2020, Blue God winning EVO Japan. That's all. There's 3 different countries, and nobody can win home court.
That's the craziest thing about all of this is it's never gone to home court. It's never gone to home court. But the thing is, showing the variety on which player can win. It's one of those things. Any given Sunday, anyone can come out on top. Whoever plays the best that day.
Or rather, maybe this event goes to home court. We don't know, and we can't spoil it, Martin.
Well, see, the thing is, when we went back in time to watch this, we might have caused a rift in the space-time continuum. Who knows what? I don't know. It's been blanked out of my memory.
Marty, we have to get you back to the future. Oh, man. Of course, you know, people are pulling up the bracket link in the chat. The bracket's kind of filled out already, so, you know, if you really don't want any spoilers, you won't be going to the bracket link. Shout outs to everybody in the chat, by the way. A lot of the guys that I see in my Soul Cal distancing streams where I play Soul Calibur with everybody here. Really, really cool. Shout outs to all you guys hanging out in the chat, watching some throwback to Soul Calibur, and shout outs to all of our sponsors as well, like Astro Gaming, and just make sure you also watch the Soul Calibur action this weekend as well. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, the Soul Calibur 6 online challenge for US East. There's still time to register. If you're from that region, make sure you guys sign up. Anyways, we're going to go right into the matchup. This is what we saw so many times last year. Probably one of the most epic matches from EVO 2019 was the battle with Skill and Yutoto.
Yeah. And Voldo, man, I have been having some experiences fighting this character recently, and I am just getting whooped from here to next year by this character. He, like I said, very much a knowledge check character. Have to know, you know, what he's capable of when his back is turned, when his front is turned, even when he goes into the car stance, which I lovingly call Volvo mode.
Volvo.
Yeah, when he turns into the Volvo, basically, you you have to know if his legs are coming at you first or if his hands are coming, because then it's a mid versus a low. It's crazy.
Yeah, Volvos are some of the safest things to be around, especially when you collide with somebody. So
Well, it makes sense because he definitely has a a high safety standard when he's in Volvo mode.
high safety standard. I mean, I'm gonna start using that now. Nice. Oh, look at that whip punish.
Oh yeah, nice.
One of the fastest critical edges in the game.
Just like that.
Oh my gosh.
Raw CEs, of course, are just performed by hitting AB plus K, A plus B plus K. And so you can react to things very quickly. It's very, very scary, those critical edges to be used as a whiff punish. Voldo has an amazing critical edge as well for the whiff punishing.
Oh yeah. Man, that was crazy. Skill is pretty high octane at this time. He's going in.
Yeah, I mean, a 2-0 lead over Yutoto, very impressive. Of course, Yutoto, one of the best from Japan, clearly.
And 1K, 1A, he's going in with these lows. He's trying to work a 3-0 lead. Is he going to be able to get it? Yutoto is in a bad position right now.
When you have that big of a light fleet and your opponent is down to no health. Oh, I talked about that, but it actually wasn't in time. Wow.
I thought it was quick enough.
Yeah,
I definitely thought it was quick enough. Damn,
But there you
skill.
go. 3-0.
It was not just rushing him down. He was rushing him down with not just the frames. He was rushing him down with confidence. You could tell he was very comfortable in the matchup going into this.
You can see Yutoto.
Gotta think about it.
Man, I lost the first game? How is this possible?
Gotta be careful.
It's just he reacted just a hair too late, unlike Skill earlier. Yeah,
Yutoto
first game right now.
hasn't really been able to have a chance to find any of this momentum. Skill really, as you mentioned, has just been going in. And look at this, going after him with these tumbles, which aren't even necessarily safe on block, depending on the distance. Oh boy! And there we go, the sidestep lethal hit that almost every character has, and the wall combos hits him low. Poking away with these lows. Is he going to go for a mid or a low next time? All he needs to do is get right up to him. Goes for the mid. Yutoto blocks it. Let's see if Skill can find a way in there. Okay, yeah, and what I liked about that is, like I said, once you are in that position, once the opponent has no health left, you can get in there and mix them up with the high-low. However, if you're too concentrated on that, like, oh, I can just win with this little poke here, sometimes you can get yourself killed. So I'm glad that Skill played the end of that round just like without sacrificing some good fundamentals and strategy.
Yeah, right now, Yutoto finally making a big run here, looking to get this round. I mean, up until this point, it's been 4 uncontested rounds here from Skill. Uh-oh, what are you going to do? Yutoto, once he has you at the wall, his rush down is so fearsome. Oh, look at that. That was brilliant.
Tiny bit of life. There we go. Wake up with a sidestep right away. And Yutoto finally on the board. That's only his first game. Can you imagine?
Figure out what's going on in Skill's brain.
All right, now he's actually looks like he's just trying to use his range to try to keep Skill out. But this is always what, yeah, if you get the counter hit on that one, on the while standing B into down B. Oh, speaking of lethal hits, here we go. Gives him free pressure on that, and here we go, activation.
Oh yeah, this is where Skill can be super dangerous because, oh my gosh, he didn't believe. Doesn't matter, he still got the 2-2B, the follow-up. What's he gonna go for here?
This is still very close for Skill to get taken out. Oh, what? There was a trade in there? And that's going to work out in Skill's favor, clearly. Yutoto, with not enough health to take any damage, is going to go down on that trade.
The 1KB series, the follow-up here. He gets a clean hit as well.
Yeah, the whiff punish. Launch? Okay.
Trying to get the tech roll catch. And look at this whiff
punish.
punish.
Did he get it? Oh!
But what a whiff punish there from Yutoto. Able to get the big elbow follow-up lethal hit.
Yeah, if you just get the punish on that, the 666B, that's just going to get you those lethal hits. It's such a good lethal hit. And of course, lethal hits don't go away. If you satisfy the condition again, they're going to happen again. But no chance for Yutoto at all. Skill beats him 6 rounds to 1. 6 rounds to 1, and Skill is all smiles, and I know that smile from Yutoto. You see the shrug a little bit. He's like, I couldn't do anything. What the heck? And Skill's like, I can't believe my hands allowed me to win that match.
It's crazy when we look back at this. Up until this point, we've only seen Yutoto using Voldo really. However, I believe a week or two before at Southeast Asia Majors in the grand finals, he was fighting off against Shen, and Shen was able to beat his Voldo and force him to use as well in this tournament or in that tournament.
Okay.
So at this point, a lot of people knew that, hey, Yutoto has a crazy as well. Will he pull him out?
Yeah, didn't try busting him out against Skill. Skill taking that one again pretty dominatingly, as we mentioned, 6-1 round. So good job to Skill. I mean, this kid is good. He might even have a chance in this tournament, you know.
He might.
Shout outs to Gibby also, by the way. You can see his head down
you can see his hat, which is awesome. Shout outs to the Dodgers,
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
LA has been blessed. I gotta tell you, James. I'm sure you're happy to be. I know you're a big fan of the Lakers as well. I'm sure it's happy times for the city of Los Angeles.
For sure. And it's interesting too, because they said that the last time that the Dodgers won, the Lakers won that year as well.
Oh my gosh, really?
So yeah, it's like both times the Dodgers have won recently. The Lakers won as well. Last time was Magic Johnson's Lakers taking.
Oh man, Showtime days.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to go right into this, guys. We have Blue God, who we saw previously during the last throwback, which we did for EVO Japan 2020. Blue God ended up winning that event.
Yeah, and again, he won that one so convincingly too. He was feeling something, you know, whatever he ate, whatever he did, you know, he needs to replicate that again for all the events that he goes to, because
Why'd
he
you
was
say that,
on
James?
fire.
Why did you say that? What did he eat? I miss Japan. Let me get some Japanese food. Oh my gosh. Oh, here's Party Wolf.
Yeah.
So the winner of the LCQ, which happened, I believe, the day before, or no, maybe it was the day of. I'm trying to think. Was it day of? Was this all one day?
I can't remember now.
Someone should remind me, because we've gone back far in time too much. I'm not remembering, because if it was the same day, it might have been crazy.
Yeah, and shout outs to Party Wolf as well. Again, you know, one of the things I talked about in the throwback last time was just how welcoming and how awesome this community is. Party Wolf, one of the greatest Soul Calibur players in US, very, very strong Killick player in Season 1.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't been using Killick as much recently, but, you know, when the game first came out, I started learning Killick as well. And he would just jump into my streams and start helping me out and giving me advice and everything. You know, this Soul Calibur newbie, and he would just come in there and actually help me out with that. So it was really, really awesome. Him and Linkor would jump in there. So shout outs to this entire Soul Calibur community, as I said. Just such a welcoming community. One of the friendliest and nicest fighting game communities that I've been able to, you know, be a part of and meet.
I was actually sitting down in the chairs.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what character he's going to use at this event.
From what I remember, he was using a lot of Killick as well at this event in particular.
Okay.
But that was in the LCQ. I don't remember from the World Finals day or part of the tournament.
Right. I mean, it's interesting because I know he doesn't use as much Killick now, but Killick is pretty strong right now. I think that one of the top 1 or 2 best players from Korea, the Kura, is a Killick player, and you know, like he just had an exhibition. I just watched, you know, shout outs to Kore Gaming. They had an exhibition for Soul Calibur recently in which the Kura was playing, and yeah, the Kura's Killick is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But of course, Party Wolf having to
Gerald from Korea was actually telling me that the scene that's really passionate there, obviously we know Tekken is a big game in Korea as far as fighting games go, but the Soul Calibur scene is probably one of the most passionate ones that they deal with over there, and they all show up to Korea studios. They play in a lot of regular events, and they show up to play competition-wise. There's a lot of unknown players that probably aren't in the limelight as much because of the lack of streams, but I mean, they're definitely out there playing. Oh, he's using Killick. There you go.
Yep. And again, you see the AXL team name over there for him. That is Alicia X Life. Oh, okay. Actually, it has some plus frames there. Could have comboed a 2 AB, but decides to use that for frame advantage to go for the break attack instead.
Alright, there we are. Little 4A action.
Yes,
I
I
love
play Killick a lot, so I I'm definitely very familiar with this character here.
Trying to get the back throw.
All right, that's again just like the flapjack move from Nightmare. Just a 50-50 guess on which way he's going to throw you. You can tech the last hit.
Yeah. Nice, good throw there. The follow-up here, what's he going to do? And, this particular character matchup, or as well, so to speak, probably one of the most popular competitive character choices that we've seen throughout the history or the course of Soul Calibur 7's competitive run.
Yeah, he's
nice.
definitely a very strong character, but yeah, here we go, gets the lethal hit.
Oh, what a
Ooh, good
sick.
sidestep against the 3K.
Oh, Muscle Buster will connect.
And again, for those of you who are watching this, who are new to Soul Calibur and or fighting games, the numpad notation that we're going to be saying a lot. If I say 3K, that basically means 3 kick, and the 3. Just look at your number pad on your keyboard. Represents all the.
What about There's a lot of kids nowadays that don't even have a numpad. They're using the 10 keyless keyboard.
That's right.
We gotta make numpads popular again. Make them great again.
We gotta try to change all of our phones to match it, because phones and number pads are backwards, right?
Oh,
Upside
yeah.
down. And the only reason why they did that on phones was because they wanted to mess people up, so that they actually typed in the numbers slower, so they had an easier time connecting the lines.
I think that's a lost art form, by the way, James. People memorizing phone numbers. I think that's a
yeah,
lost
right?
art form.
I don't even barely know my own phone number at this point sometimes. But again, Blue God, just such a strong player, one of the best that there is. As we mentioned, took the Evo Japan that we did the throwback for previous to this throwback.
Yeah, the only reason why I mentioned that whole numpad thing is because I was trying to teach someone how to use that notation, and they were like, I don't have a numpad. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I explain this otherwise?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How can I avoid that for the next time? And that's probably
All
what
right.
you're thinking about.
So like I said, Blue God taking the first game. And Blue God, I swear, is the best at landing that Muscle Buster. That, of course, is the weapon art in axe mode.
Yep.
Can't sidestep it, hits
he
low.
has one of the highest percentages, I would say, of using that move. He's not afraid to use it. He will force it on somebody.
It's ridiculous how good he is at landing that. That, as well as 8A and 9A. He's also one of the best at using that move as well. Nice. There you get the sidestep, but he went for the long range combo. Wasn't close enough to actually get the hit.
Good follow up here. And yeah, it was specifically with that Muscle Buster, that weapon art slow. It's kind of crazy because I've seen him get it blocked like 4 or 5 times, but he still went for it. And the time that he really needed it to hit, it would hit.
Yeah, it's extremely punishable. If you block that Muscle Buster, he's like minus 20 something or something. Yeah. You could basically do whatever you want to him. And so it's a big risk. But it's just one of those things that it's gonna land because it's a low and it gets you good damage.
Oh, big combo here from Party Wolf. Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Gets the launch, but that's the forced block situation. Just gonna activate the soul charge, get his turn essentially. Come in with the running A plus B. Oh, nice. Okay.
That was a great flurry there from Party Wolf. Able to get the pressure off of him. One of the great things about Aswell, especially this version of Aswell, is those forced block situations, kind of what you mentioned, that really, really tack on the damage to the guard meter.
He's always gone with the B plus K OTG, but he's never actually gone into the Monument stance. It can follow up into the Monument stance.
I love those mix-ups from Monument. Yeah. Oh, he's whipping!
You see Blue God like, nope, not going to have any part of this. Just going to run away from you all day.
Oh, one more heavy hit could give him a free hit here. But he's able to pop right into it. We might see the same situation that we saw in the last round, never mind with punish.
Oof. Yeah, good job for Blue God, and now all he needs to do is just win one more round and he should be able to advance on. And then it will be like the standard top 8 where we have 4 players starting in losers and 4 players starting in winners.
Here we go. This is big. What's going to happen? He's in the red, so he's going to have to be very, very careful. Back into yellow. So if you look at his life bar flashing yellow right now, the more he blocks, the more severe things will be. But both of them being in Soul Charge. Oh my gosh, he is a nut. I can't believe he did
Whenever
that.
he needs it to land, it lands right there. Oh, do you see him just run up and just get in Blue God's face, Party Wolf's face, and then just do nothing, but finally goes for the low. Yeah, a couple of times he ran up and did nothing, then finally ran up and went for the low. And so there you go.
It was close. It was close, but it was also not close at the same time. That matchup and the spacing and the knowledge and the confidence that we saw from Blue God just really took him to the next level.
So good job to Blue God, again, one of the strongest from Southern California. Party Wolf from, I think he's from New York area?
He's in Florida.
He's Florida. Okay, he's Florida. Gotcha. Enders is from New York, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
And Linkors is also from New York area, because I remember seeing Linkors at the NLBC tournaments as well. So back when NLBC was still offline. Oh, man. Jeez. Like I said, I'm going to keep talking about it all stream long, talking about, being able to go to offline events and such. And I mean, it's just one of those things that, this is the world that we live in right now. But, glad that we still have all this online right now so that we can enjoy a lot of these games online. We can watch events like this and just kind of reminisce about some of the old days gone, the old days past.
Yeah, is this like Days of Future Past because we're time traveling with the SC throwback? Is that what's going on?
I suppose so. I suppose so. Oh man, but yeah, we're gonna watch some more of these matches. But before we do that, we are gonna take a quick break. But when we come back, gonna be some more Soul Calibur action from the Invitational in 2019. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stage of history. My name is Mark, and I'm here with Mr. James Chen. James, how you doing?
My soul is still burning right now, and we are still watching some amazing Soul Calibur action here from the Invitational in 2019. Really awesome event, kind of a precursor to what they were going to do with the Soul Calibur World Tour this year. Obviously, that's not going to happen the way that we all planned it, but you know, that's the way the world is working right now. But that hasn't stopped from having a lot of awesome Soul Calibur action all year long as well. So of course, including this weekend as well, there's going to be some cool Soul Calibur action going on.
Yeah, before we get into that, make sure you guys check out the Soul Calibur Online Challenge for US East. Registration is now live. You can go to scworldtour.com and sign up on the Smash GG page. Registration is still open until the morning of the 31st. So if you are in that US East region, make sure you guys sign up and be part of that competition where you can win prizes and you can win cash as well. And,
that's going to be on Saturday. That's going to be on Saturday on the 31st, of course, on Halloween. But the following day, right afterwards, is going to be an exhibition. We've seen a couple of these players here already play in this throwback, but you can see that Linkor is going to be going up against Woes. And we saw Party Wolf earlier go down to Blue God, but Party Wolf will be going up against Sane. And we're also going to see some Rakuto going up against Ender's J. Ender's one of the strongest players in the East Coast right now, and just with the wicked Cervantes.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah. And of course, we've got these nice Soul Calibur t-shirts. These are two different designs than we saw in the earlier slide. These are designed by the director Masutero. And you can actually see that these are available all over the place. You can get them in US, Spain, Italy, Germany, and lots of European places, basically, and in Japan. Just check them all out at Amazon. So you can just get them directly at Amazon. Just search for Soul Calibur t-shirt. As we mentioned, we saw a different set of shirts earlier, and I think there's like 3 sets of different shirts by 3 different designers from the Soul Calibur project.
Yeah, awesome shirt. So this one, obviously, these 2 from Masutero, the ones we saw earlier today were from Osaka, and then we have 2 other shirts designed by Okubo-san as well.
Do you feel like that Party Wolf has to get the one on the left? I mean, I just feel like it's kind of like...
Well, I'm going to turn on my businessman mode and be like, I feel like everyone should get every shirt. How about that, James?
Actually, that is 100% correct. Everybody needs to pick up every one of these shirts because.
No, I mean, if you're a fan of the designs, obviously, it'd be great if you guys can help rep some Soul Calibur. There's not that many Soul Calibur shirts out there, so you guys can get some official ones that were designed from the development team as well. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things. A lot of times I always try to grab these shirts out there. And you know what? If you want more of these shirts and cool paraphernalia, why don't you tweet at Soul Calibur? You can definitely do that at Soul Calibur on Twitter. You're also watching everything here on twitch.tv/Soul Calibur. So clearly you're aware of this channel here, but they're also on Facebook under Soul Calibur as well. Let them know about all the shirts and cool paraphernalia that you want based on Soul Calibur. And make sure you also tweet with the hashtag SCThrowback, to talk about this and get other people in here to watch some Soul Calibur action.
Yeah, also let us know. Yeah, let us know what other Soul Calibur events that you want us to do a Soul Calibur throwback for. Obviously, there were a lot of events in its opening year or when the game was out. We'd love to relive some of those moments. So if you have a chance, use that hashtag on Twitter. Let us know what you'd like to see on the Soul Calibur throwback.
Yeah. And of course, on the previous slide, of course, you can also follow Bandai Namco Esports directly at BNE Esports on YouTube and on Twitter as well. They, of course, they'll cover the whole gamut. They'll be covering Tekken as well, and they'll cover some Dragon Ball Fighter stuff as well. All games produced by Bandai Namco, of course. So.
I heard that, James. And you know why I can hear that? It's because I'm using one of these awesome Astro headsets. Astro Gaming, of course, the official headset and mix amp of the Soul Calibur throwback, and this year extending the partnership to us, the commentary team, the casters. Every caster of the Soul Calibur throwback is using these special edition Astro TR main stage headsets to bring the hype to you guys at home, and we'll be wearing them this weekend as well for the Soul Calibur Online Challenge event. So shout out to Astro Gaming for their innovative designs and always supporting the fighting game community. Much love to the Astro family.
Yeah.
Another event that's going to be coming up on Tuesdays, we have the Bud Light Beer League. Previously, we had it for Soul Calibur, but right now we're in the mid-season of Tekken, so you guys can watch more of that action on twitch.tv/Bud Light. Make sure you guys tune in for the next installment of that series as we move forward.
Yeah, it's so funny because I remember at the last throwback, I didn't quite have my Astros, but now I have them here. These things are beefy, man.
I like them. I mean, this is no shill at all. No shill. I know they're sponsoring the Soul Calibur throwbacks and the online challenges, but I use these for everything as far as eatings and all of my commentary that I do online. I use these and I love them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to as well. Very comfortable as well. And like I said, very high tech, very high quality. He's got this big old mix amp that everything is connected to over here. So, it's really nicely done. Really nicely done. All right, but look, you can take a look at the brackets here.
Oh, we have a bracket now. We have a traditional bracket now.
Yeah. See, Linkors and Lolo going to be going up against each other, and Skill versus Blue God on the winner's side, and on the loser side, it is going to be Shen Chan versus Keev, and that is the first match. It looks like we're going to be heading to. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be starting here on the loser side of the top 8. Normally when we start a top 8 bracket and we have 4 players and winners and losers already, we start on the winner side, but it looks like because we started with all the winners in the first round, we're actually going to be going to the loser side to start this part of the tournament. And so it is going to be Keev versus Shen Chan. And can you imagine that? Keev versus Shen Chan. One of them is going to be out of the tournament after this match.
I know, it was crazy. I mean, I remember watching this from the stands, kind of figuring out what was going to be going on. And these are obviously two of probably the most notable names that we've seen for Soul Calibur, in recent years. And it's great to see these guys, earning those invites to this World Invitational. But this is a battle between France and Singapore.
And also, obviously we're doing this as a throwback. So, we're just kind of reminiscing and having a conversation, talking about Soul Calibur. But of course, all the action was brought to you. The commentators at the event over there were, of course, Ebonic Plague and Alicia X Life. Those are the voices that you can faintly hear in the background, them doing the amazing job calling the event live at the time.
So
A good time.
the way he looks at it is he has
It's
to
going to
put
be the characters that we saw earlier, Cervantes versus Nightmare. So no character changes from either of these players here.
But if he sees something drop, he just thinks of something.
And yeah, can you imagine that? Just being like, okay, I'm going to come here to this invitational, and I just don't want to go 0-2. I don't want to get eliminated right away.
No one
And
wants
there's that
that.
potential right here, because whoever loses this does end up getting 7th place. And of course, there are 2 French players, as we mentioned. There was also Skill, but only 1 player from Singapore. So maybe a lot of weight on Shen Chan's shoulder at this point.
I'm sure, kind of like the sole rep in these international events. I mean, obviously, with the events, he usually travels with a few friends, a few training buddies. But when it comes to top 8, he has been the one to rep. Oh, nice. Good
Yeah,
GI.
gets the GI.
Goes
Not
for the
much
quick
damage
attack.
off of that. Oh, but
Jeez.
over the low wall once again, using the IGDR right to knock them right over that wall.
Yeah, Soul Calibur, one of those games that's filled with, just timing, like very specific timing moves.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have some kind of technical ability to be able to pull off these things. The IGDR, one of those, the Instant Geo Delay, which is usually the move that comes out of Dread Charge. It's Dread Charge B, and there's a fast input and there's a super fast, or the fastest input, which is what enables you to do the IGDR.
Yeah, same thing with, like, for example, Nightmare has the AGA, right? So kind of similar. You have to do it as fast as I can't do it. I can never get the.
You can do it, James. You just have to go crazy with your hand. You just got to go crazy.
I didn't think that was actually going to kill, because normally if your life is above that little bar in your life meter, that critical edge usually doesn't kill you.
James, you saying that you don't think it's going to kill? Surprise. Surprise. You just take off your headset, put it back on. That's a good headset.
I'm just gonna leave now, okay?
Oh my gosh, he's out again. Jeez.
Wow. Okay, so
Den
Shen
Chan.
Chan taking game number 1 just like
Three
that.
rounds straight. This is crazy. And you know what's crazy? This is a rematch of what we saw from Evo Japan in 2019, where these guys were fighting each other in the finals, Keev versus Shen, and Keev was beating. Oh well, he won it quite convincingly, I would say.
Okay.
But look what time does to itself. Time will help you learn a matchup. It will help you figure out what you're going to do when you fight against somebody once again.
This is the intensity he meets.
This is crazy.
Keev is just so stylish. Look at him.
Nice hat. I got to give it up. Nice hat. You know, I'm usually a hat guy. I'm usually wearing a hat for these broadcasts. But I knew that this hat would come into play, and I did not want to go against it.
Oh, fair enough. I mean,
rocking hair.
To be honest with you, your hair looks beautiful right now.
Oh yeah,
like my hair is
James. We would be in top 8. We would not be doing commentary for a hair tournament. I'm just saying.
I don't know. My hair is a little raggedy right now. Yours is glorious right now. You look like a shampoo commercial.
I've been told that before.
Oh, again, the nice GI. Goes for the brick attack, hoping for a reverse GI. Not going to happen. There we go. Gets him backflip towards the wall. And you know what? Keev can still take this. Oh, but yeah, you just can't get hit at all. And so there you go.
4 straight rounds here. Shen is really starting to show his confidence in the matchup. I mean, if that first match wasn't an indicator already.
Yeah, that's
and the
crazy.
thing is, Keev is usually one of those players that's very methodical in how he approaches matchups, turning up the aggression when he needs to, but he hasn't had the opportunity to really pressure his opponent this time around. And, you know, Cervantes is one of the characters that is not really highly regarded, at least in this version of the game. I mean, Shen is the Cervantes player, if you ask me as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Cervantes is very strong now. As I mentioned, Enders J, an amazing Cervantes player. We'll see.
I'm a huge fan of his style.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, I know you're a fan of Killick, but do you have a favorite character that you just like watching, James?
In this game, you mean?
In Soul Calibur in general.
Soul Calibur in general. You know, when I first wanted to learn the game, the character that I wanted to learn was Maxi, just because. Hang on a second. Look at the timer too, just in time. Wow, nicely done by Shen.
5 straight rounds. 5 straight rounds here. They're shooting.
The first character I wanted to learn was Maxi, just because I just thought the nunchucks were super cool. How many times have you seen a character in a fighting game with nunchucks that they only use in their win pose? It's like all the time.
Most of the time. We could call them out, but that's a lot of names, right? But there's not many, like you said, that actually use them in the game.
Wow, that was a 6-0 victory from Shen. That is hard to take if you're anybody, not just Keev, but anybody. That's tough. That's tough to take, but yeah, the whole thing with nunchucks, you know, one of the first things that I always remember was the first time I saw, I forget, if it was Soul Edge or if it was
Soul Edge or Soul Blade, Li Long.
Yeah, when they had the little katas, right? They had the characters performing with the weapon during the attract mode at the arcade, and I used to just watch them, and they were so beautiful. And Li Long, I mean, the one, you know, when he was doing the nunchuck, I always just thought looked so cool. So I was like, I'm gonna play this character. Then I found out Maxi is about as complicated as it gets, and so I was like, I'll switch to another character.
Yeah, I mean, the version in Soul Calibur when it came out on Dreamcast was so sick.
Yeah.
So sick. I remember seeing that. It was just so amazing seeing him because he had 2 versions, and this is probably going way back. And anyone that's familiar with the Dreamcast version of Soul Calibur, there was a version where he would do the kata with 1 nunchuck, and then he had one where he would use it with 2. And I thought that was so cool that there were so many variations.
Yeah, and you know, I still remember that Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, I believe, was the first game ever
40.
to get a perfect score from Famitsu. Yeah, getting the 10, 10, 10, and 10 from their game reviewers. First game, and then it was like that, and then like Ocarina of Time or something, but being the first one is really, really impressive. I mean, I think they hand out 40s a lot more these days, like candy, but still, like, back then it was impossible. I mean, Famitsu had been around for a while, and to not actually have any game with a perfect score until Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, and that's where a lot of people got their start. Soul Calibur 1 on Dreamcast was such a great game, wonderful content, lots of one-player stuff in there as well. And then Soul Calibur 2 has always been like considered one of the favorite amongst all of the Soul Calibur players.
Oh yeah, still my favorite too. And you know, that game I just fell in love with so much. It was one of those games, and you know, it was the first time that I triple dipped on a game. because it came out on all 3 consoles.
Oh, that's
and,
right. Yeah,
I mean, the allure of guest characters. Guest characters was such a novel idea at the time
right.
for Soul Calibur 2. But having the ability to play, you know, Spawn, Link, Heihachi, that was so cool.
I need to find a like some sort of old school GameCube emulator or something, just so I can try Link. Man, I've never played him.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I just want to mess
It's
with
well
him.
worth experiencing.
Yeah.
Especially since you're a Zelda fan. I know you're a big Zelda fan.
Yeah, Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo junkie. I admit it. But you know, I mean, the coolest thing about that though is that I've heard that obviously Soul Calibur 1, Soul Calibur 2 considered some of the pinnacle of the series here. But Soul Calibur 6 is the best-selling game since Soul Calibur 2 in the series. So that's actually really, really impressive. And just kind of a testament to how much the Soul Calibur community has really come back and embraced this game. And you talk to a lot of them, and a lot of them are saying, yeah, you know, obviously a lot of people feel the way you do about Soul Calibur 2, but a lot of people also saying that Soul Calibur 6 is their next favorite in the series.
Oh yeah, and you know, I feel like the proof is in the pudding. You know, we've had the most viewers ever. I mean, I know there weren't that many viewers. There was no Twitch back then, but we also have the most tournament entries that we've really seen for a Soul Calibur event as well. So it's really nice to see that more people have started embracing the game and competing within the game. So it's really nice to see that.
There we go, that Volvo, yeah. As soon as you see him go with the stomach pump, then that's when you know it's time to take your turn. And like I said, you really have to have the knowledge when you fight against this character. I've had to do a bunch of research. I've been getting I'm trying to find a PG way to say this. I'm getting my butt kicked by Manta 2015. Who's really
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to learn Voldo as much as possible to how to defend against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's, I mean, aside from aesthetics and how Voldo looks kind of scary when he's coming at you, characters with stances are usually very scary to go up against, especially if you don't know the options from stance split, right?
Yeah.
Especially for 3D games. And, you know, Voldo has some crazy moves from the back turn stance. Usually when you see someone with their back towards you, you would think they're vulnerable. Definitely not the case with Volvo.
Yeah.
The car's backing up. What are you going to do? Get hit?
Like I said, as a person who generally doesn't really, like, I see, like, my opponent characters are always kind of this blur. When they attack, I see more, like, hit boxes and hit areas. And so, like, it's hard for me to pay attention that when he is in Volvo mode, like, when he's in the Manta stance, basically, he is either hands first or feet first. And it's very different what you have to do to defend in both of those. Oh man, here we go, and he's gonna spend the meter to try to get the kill off of this.
Oh, he got the spike. Oh, doesn't matter. You got the option.
Yeah, gives him the mix up afterwards, and Party Wolf kind of stealing that round from Yutoto.
I feel like, you know, the match that Yutoto had with Skill, he got destroyed, obviously, in that set that we saw earlier. Probably the quickest set that we saw today. Party Wolf is kind of trying to finish the job here.
Yeah, right. Have France and US team up to take out Japan's best. And as you mentioned, Japan's only player here, which is wild to even consider. Oof, getting taken out here now. The one thing that I always forget, if you activate a soul charge, that means the next time you land your launcher, the 3B, you get a lethal hit automatically the next round. So let's see if one, Party Wolf can land it, and two, if he remembers that. I always get the lethal hit, and I'm always like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do again? And I drop my juggle. Yeah.
You know, it's a point worth noting. You know, I see people talking about it in the chat as well. Japanese players don't really use meter that much. They don't.
Yeah,
they like to sit on that full stick of butter. They want to have 2 shells in the chamber.
Yeah, for whiff punishing and such, especially with how good Voldo can actually whiff punish.
Oh, this is big. He has the opportunity, gets the hits, and look at that.
Ooh, tying it up.
So Yutoto starting to, you know, turn things around here. He was down 2 rounds early on, bringing it to the final round here in this opening match of loser side. Again, gets the big hit there. Free counter hit, lethal hit. He knew. Goes for the starburst.
Yeah, now he's got the huge life advantage. Let's see if Party Wolf can make this comeback. He started off so great, you know, as a player with Party Wolf, you know, starting off 2 rounds in a row and then losing that game has got to be kind of discouraging. So hopefully he can keep some pressure going here. But Yutoto is just taking it to him now. It's like he's kind of figured out the rhythm. But here we go. Oh, he just chooses to end it and build some extra life back instead. You can do that. You can end your soul charge and just get out of it. Unlike all the other characters who have timers, his life just drains while he's in there, and he stays there until he either lands a super or he manually takes himself out of soul charge. He gains a little bit of life, nothing significant though.
It's a double-edged sword, though. You got to be very careful of how you employ that. But look, it's a big opportunity for Party Wolf. He should be able to get it here.
Do it, yeah. Look at that. Party Wolf taking game number 1 over Yutoto. I can't remember. There was another event that was going on the same weekend at this, and I was at that event, and I remember just sitting there checking the updates and stuff, and a lot of surprises here. And I can't remember now if Party Wolf did indeed actually eliminate Yutoto. I mean, like, just imagining Yutoto going 0-2 just feels wrong.
Well, you have the best seat in the house right now, James. This is the new virtual seat. We went back in time just for you so you could witness this. You became a Killick player, and now you're witnessing one of your Killick Sifus in action.
Exactly.
Nice. Got the Wasanike. The follow-up here. What's he going to go for? Yep.
Exactly. Here we go. Good pressure up.
This is crazy. You know, Yutoto has not really done any damage here in this top 8 thus far.
Right.
But nice. Able to turn things around here. He gets the follow-up. Nice combo. Great presence of mind there, able to pull off that option.
I feel like one of the stronger lethal hits in this game, that 66B, is just, it's so good. Here we go. The monument just goes for the low, stops right there, doesn't do anything afterwards. Nice. Good range on that. Chooses not to. I didn't even. So you have to land that move 4A 4 times. And on the 4th time, it becomes a lethal hit. I don't even remember Party Wolf landing the first 3.
Nice.
Oh, man. Hey, Party Wolf, stop spoiling things in the chat here. We don't know the results here. Remember, just because this happened a year ago doesn't mean
we're changing it.
everybody knows
We're
the
changing it
rules.
up. You never know what's going to happen. This is new.
We've actually re-edited the footage to make you lose, Party Wolf, so I'm just telling you right now.
Oh, this is big, and that's
the GI.
guaranteed.
Nice.
What are you going to do?
Now, it is going to be scaled quite a bit thanks to the GI, but this was also before the damage got reduced. So currently, that doesn't do as much damage as it did before.
Yeah,
so that
because
one
of the scaling there, he didn't die and burst into a million pieces in real life. He just died and lost the round because of the scaling.
Oh, man.
Be careful when his butt cheeks are exposed.
Ooh, nice sidestep and dodge.
Anyone want to call up Yutoto and ask him if he's going to use that meter? Because I need some. I'm trying to make dinner this weekend. I need some butter.
Oh, man. Just come in with some extra meter that Yutoto never used.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
don't want it to go to waste, right?
It's
But
strange
he's
that
working
he
on a
really-
nice round here. Nice, gets the elbow.
It's really strange that he hasn't used much of that meter at all. It's kind of interesting. Sitting on not
It's
even
on
soul
brand.
charges.
It's on brand. Let me tell you, James. We were watching the Soul Calibur Online Challenge for Japan. There was a lot of butter and mayo, I guess, left on the plate there. Went unused.
There you go. Yeah, so if you're just trying to bait out the little stomach pump when he's in Volvo mode right there, he can go with the A follow-up, and then he puts you in the mix-up. A nice lethal hit from Party Wolf. Trying to chase down with the 6-6B.
Party Wolf looking so good right now. He's going to get it. Oh my gosh, he is done. And Yutoto, you got to remember how we're framing this. Yutoto was the champ from EVO, the biggest Soul Calibur tournament of all time. And Party Wolf said, "That's cool. I'm gonna take you out. No problem."
Wow. Yutoto going 0-2 in this tournament. That doesn't seem right at all. That didn't seem right at all. Oh man. Yeah, good job to Party Wolf. Good job to Party Wolf.
Aren't you glad that Doc Brown let you know in advance? Gave you a heads up.
After just winning LCQ.
Great
because
Scott, Marty!
The former EVO champion, the EVO champion of the
All
year.
right, and once again, there you see Ebonic Plague and Alicia X Life, two people who are very passionate about Soul Calibur and spread a lot of love for it. As I mentioned, you know, Party Wolf is sponsored by Team Axel, so that is Alicia X Life's team right there. So
Shout out to
to
Accelerated
her.
Gaming.
Yeah, shout outs to her. That's right. It stands for accelerated. It's just because they took her, Alicia X Live handle, changed it to AXL, and then turned it into
Acronyms
accelerated.
acronyms are the best things and the worst things that have ever happened.
Especially too when you're trying to do commentary for people who are new, and you're like, here comes him with the GI, and then activates the RE, but then he's able to get him with the IGDR, and people are like, what's happening?
What
here?
language is he speaking? Can you let me know? Anyways, we're shifting over to the winner's side of the bracket where we're starting our winners. It's not really our opening round of the winners because everyone started in winners. It's going to be our winners round 2. We have Linkors and Lolo going at it, and I'm excited for this one. I am excited.
Lolo was the one that just sent Keev to losers, right? Keev was able to. Oh no, Keev actually got eliminated pretty fast by Chen as well. So Keev and Yutoto. That's crazy. The 2 former champions that we were all talking about, having this parody and everything like that.
Wait a minute, you're right. It's the Evo Japan champion and the Evo champion from the same year got destroyed.
Both went out in 7th place.
Yeah.
Man.
It's not even 7th place. That gives them too much credit. They got destroyed, James. It was very one-sided, the elimination matches that they had. It was very
Are you
one-sided.
telling me that it was so bad, the eliminations were so violent that they just, even though they were in 7th place, they got ejected past that and they didn't even end up in 7th, huh?
Yeah, they got sent home right away. They got teleported back. We're not going to see them anymore on the broadcast, and if you do, it's probably a stunt double. We put them in through CG.
That's what secretly that esports arena hallway is. It's actually just a
time chamber
tunnel. It's a warp tunnel.
Oh my gosh, you figured it out.
Oh man. But yeah, here you go, Lolo MX. Yeah, might go with the Songmina, might go with the Yoshimitsu as you mentioned.
Quite possible.
Going up against Linkors, as you mentioned, this is the winner side of the bracket.
Plans for each character that may or may not come out.
Probably gonna stick with Geralt, you think?
Give each other the thumbs up. Both
I know Linkors has jumped around between characters. I don't remember if he uses Geralt right now.
So excited for this match.
This is great.
Both of them going to their I guess like their primary mains here.
This is what they've been known for
Did
years.
say they're going to their primary main. Yeah, there we go.
Oh boy, it's time to go crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the things to watch out for with Lolo and his Yoshimitsu play, his ability to use from crouch 3K is unparalleled. He is so good at utilizing that move, and the moment that you think he's finally going to go for it again, he starts switching it up, and you are caught in his blender. It's the blender without blades. It's crazy.
Ooh, there's Siegfried hitting on both sides. Yeah, I can hit anywhere if I feel like it. Yeah, but the nice thing about that from crouching 3K from Yoshimitsu, fast leads to a combo, and so it's just one of those things that you always have to be worried about. It doesn't have the best range, but still has pretty good range. Pretty decent range.
Yeah, and the way that Lolo plays Yoshimitsu, he does a great job of really keeping the pressure in a way where he always has the threat of the guard meter being broken from his opponent. He is always pushing, using some of the bigger attacks here, trying to create an opportunity, and that's really what opens it up for him to be in range to use that from crouch 3K. Oh, gets the counter hit, the follow-up here.
Gets a nice hit. Only needs just one good solid hit, or maybe a couple of small ones. Maybe more than that. He caught him with 3 low hits. Didn't kill him. Gonna activate this, push him back. Oh, man. I feel like Linkor's actually recovered. I wasn't sure because it looked like he tried to back that.
Yeah, that wasn't guaranteed
down.
because that last hit was a run counter. So he was probably trying to move. Okay, it's a follow-up here. And that AA Brave Edge series is so good.
Rush up on him. Hands off me. Don't touch me like that.
Oh, nice.
Oof, nice, yeah. Okay, you see the Linkors activate this. It's kind of a get-off-me move, reset things to neutral. His back was against the wall. He didn't want to get any wall combos. Seems like it hasn't really made much difference because Lolo MX just running through him right now.
Yeah, he's looking really, really strong here in the set so far. Oh, he missed the follow-up here and the pump and pedal. He just decides to, kick him in the leg, in the ankles. Damn, Lolo really showing out here. He is, he didn't even play that nutty in my opinion. He was just very, very solid up close. Very fast-paced.
I love his enthusiasm. I love how happy he is, but yeah, Linkors.
You're not talking about Linkors, right? You're talking about Lolo, right? Okay.
Linkors is not a fan right now. I'll tell you that much. Linkors is definitely not a fan right now.
All right, here we go. He's gonna be
I remember seeing this at the Evo Japan footage that we watched too. The same kind of, consternation on his face. He had all those different expressions during that tournament. So you can see a little bit of concern over here. Nathan Mandel. Wow, when he doesn't have his glasses on, that photo of him on that on that banner screen over there, he looks like he's positively like 13 years old in that picture. Wow.
All right, players are ready here as we go into match number 2. Lolo with a very dominant, I guess, performance early on. Goes for avoiding the puddle, the follow-up there with the bounce, and he builds some meter while he's at it.
Yeah, of course, Yoshimitsu, one of the only characters that has the ability to use like EX moves, use the meter outside of just Soul Charge and Critical Edge.
Actually, both of these characters have the ability to, expend some of their meter without having to go for the Critical Edge. Oh, nice, good whiff punish.
Yeah, good whiff
Up
punish.
close too.
Yeah, just keeps going with that pressure. That fire does do a little bit of chip damage. Nice! Rolling right under there, then getting the follow-up. So Lolo can still take this round. I mean, I think he even has like maybe a pixel or two of life lead.
Oh, was able to step it.
Oh, nice. Side step. Here we go. 9 seconds left, but that freezes the timer. So now as Linkors, you have to do something.
Oh, he burned him up.
Woo!
Lit the candles at the bottom of the screen, ready to blow him out.
The range on that was nice. It was nice. Just looked like caught Lolo completely off guard.
Yeah, obviously with the character switch already proving to pay off, he's able to finally get around here. But look at that, Lolo is so good at advancing here, and again, being in that threat range of the from crouch 3K, but starting to mix it up. He's been going for that knee. Ibuki knee, the follow-up here. Let's see what he does. They're both guarding up close.
It's always the worst when you get the sidestep and then you hit the counter poke button and it just whiffs because of angles and such.
Wow. Getting the follow-up there, guaranteed, of course. Tied up on rounds. Let's see how this is going to end up. Lolo trying to get the momentum back in his favor. Nice blocks. Avoiding the puddle again. This time getting the 3B full follow-up into the mix-up.
Just ran up to him and went for it.
Good blocks there, of course.
Off guard, but there's that flame that leads into the crumple, which gives him a couple of those extra hits there, just to tack on a little bit of extra damage.
He's been utilizing a lot of that meter, just to be able to continue that pressure. But right now, Lolo with the advantage. He's in Soul Charge as well. Gives him access to all of his moves as well that come out of Bravage and the unblockable.
And now Lolo.
Wow.
Dragonfly B, which in Soul Charge states becomes unblockable. You could still avoid it, but it is so quick. And if he lands that initial hit, he goes into full anime mode.
This is crazy. Lolo has the potential to send Linkors. And was that 3-0 the first time or 3-1 in the first game? I don't remember.
I feel like it was 3-0 initially.
Yeah, Lolo match point at this juncture.
It was a very short nightmare. I'll say that. He woke up quick.
All right. Good defense right there. Again, using that range, not quite enough to kill. Just has 1 or 2, 3 more pixels, but with the back against the wall, you have to be careful of the ring out. But unfortunately, unfortunately for Lolo, Linkors is going to take that.
Let's see if Lolo can close it out and finish his plate. Otherwise, they're going to go into another match. Full crouch 3K does connect this time. Going to get a little bit of follow-up damage.
Yeah, that full crouch 3K you mentioned right there. Again, a nice low hit like that and gets you that juggle. You can see it's not a huge amount of damage, but those add up. It's better than just hitting them with like a 2K or a 3K and getting nothing afterwards.
The right read there with the 9K, able to land that hit. Big guard impact here. Goes for the classic, goes for guard break right afterwards.
Oh, just staring each other down.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, he gets the extension, of course, because he does have. Oh, it's done. It's done.
Wow. So Linkor is going to losers bracket, and Lolo continuing on the winner's side, getting himself to winners finals, guaranteeing himself a top 3 position. Well done by Lolo from Mexico.
Yeah, Linkor is now going to the losers bracket, where we're going to have to see him fight against, some great players that are down there. I mean, everyone in this top 8, they're champions. Every single one of them. So it's going to be insane to see.
Did you see the height difference right there?
Yeah.
I told you this guy is gigantic.
He's towering. Give him 5 more years. He'll be like 10 feet tall.
Oh man, that'll be terrifying. That'll be terrifying. Then they shouldn't call him Linkors. Then they should call him Ganondorf or something like that, because he's actually as tall as Ganon, not Link, right? So, oh man.
You guys can see the action that's on the screen right now. We're going to go to the other side of the winners round 2 matches, where we have Skill and Blue God, which is another rematch that we saw from EVO of that year. That top 3 was insane between Skill, Blue God, and Yutoto. And again, reminder, Yutoto already out of this tournament.
Yeah, look at that. Yutoto's out. Keev is out. As we mentioned, the 2 previous EVO champions, both out of the tournament already. It's crazy, but we're going to go to the other side of the winners bracket that you see at the top there and play that match out as well.
The other French players already been eliminated, so the last one remaining for his
And if you guys are tuning in right now, you're watching the Soul Calibur throwback here. Precursor to the Soul Calibur Online Challenge that's going to be happening this weekend for the U.S. East. Still time to register. If you're part of the U.S. East region, make sure you guys sign up to be part of that. We have a series of exhibition matches that are happening on the Sunday, but the day before, that online open tournament where players are going to be battling it out for the prize money. And, of course, there's a special battle that's going to be happening at the very end where we have the final boss challenge. And I wonder who the final boss is. That's going to be interesting, I think.
Shout out to the Bandai Namco team. They've been doing that. I know you guys have been doing that for Tekken. Most recent one was Cuddlecore was the secret boss, right?
Oh, yeah, and she ended up defending this turf, proving once again that the final bosses are a force to be reckoned with.
Take a little bit of highlight footage from Soul Calibur 6's various events. You can see this is the one that took place in 2019. What month was this? Do you remember? It was like
I want to say it was either in September or October. I think it was September, though.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure it was September because I remember I had to go to Japan, or I came back from Japan like the day before.
Gotcha.
It was like right after Tokyo Game Show or something like that.
All right. There's Skill right there from
Maybe
France.
it was October. See, I don't. There's a lot of things I don't remember from the games. We went too far back in time that it erased part of my memory.
Oh man.
I don't even remember if it was a 1-day event or a 2-day event. I feel like it was a 1-day event, to be honest.
That's crazy. Wow. Looks like it was in November last year. So
see, that's how far back it went that I forgot everything.
So it's actually less than a year ago, and according to our producers, it was a 1-day event. Yeah,
it was a 1-day event. Oh my gosh! So not only Party Wolf has been playing a ton, right? So he was the winner of the LCQ going into this. So he played through an entire tournament to get into this top 8. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is definitely crazy.
Okay.
That was a full fun day.
Yeah, and they did announce the season 3 for Soul Calibur, right? So did they or did they not? I can't remember now. I can't remember.
Depends on where in the future you are, James, or where in the past you are. Which alternate timeline are you talking about?
There's so many fighting games now. I can't remember what season any game is in. There was a fighting game that came out a year ago that I had sworn had been out for 2 years already.
But it wasn't?
No, it had only been 1 year.
Oh,
and
man.
Blue God starting already.
That was a brilliant series there from Blue God. Switching over to the weapon arts, getting the big axe. Dang, look at this. Blue God, he is dominant here in this opening round, but Skill finally fighting back. Skill is a master of spacing with Mitsurugi. Really utilizing a lot of his moves. Some of the moves that you don't typically see when Mitsurugi players try to open their opponents up. But right now, he's doing such a great job catching up, both in the yellow right now.
And that's always, like you mentioned, one of the great things about this game is that you have so many weapons at your disposal that different players can use them in very different styles. It's like we said, Blue God likes to go for the axe weapon arts, and he seems to connect it almost every single time. But, there's going to be a lot of Aswell players that know that thing is super punishable, so they'll be too scared to use it that much.
Well, that's the thing, too. If you're not making people fear that move, then you're probably doing something wrong. It's not going to be not an issue in the matchup. But if you always have that move where the players will be scared of it, it opens up the rest of your arsenal. Right. And you'll see that. You'll see that eventually from Blue God. You watch him enough, he's going to land so much of that weapon arts, the muscle buster, that eventually every other move is going to start hitting.
Speaking of, there's another one. Yep. Yeah, it's just so good at reading those situations and reading when the opponent's finally tired of getting hit by those lows all day, and they're just going to change their block, and then they get hit again anyway.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, no, this time he decides to pop, which is good. He was in the aerial state as well. He gets a second follow-up hit, but he misses the combo.
That's rough right there. And now here we go, Blue God using the Beyblade to keep in there, but just got caught low. But Skill has no life left and just ran into that. Not sure what he was trying to do. I mean, that move has all that startup there, kind of a call out, you know, but Skill just didn't block it, just kind of ate that directly.
Good stuff here from Blue God. Blue God trying to stop the assault here from Skill, but Skill, knowing that he's negative there, knew he was going to go press a button, this time pulling out the critical edge.
Yep. And heroes never look at explosions.
Gotta look away, right? Oh, gotta shield your eyes!
Yeah, he actually whiffed the throw. Throws have a little bit more recovery than some of those other buttons that we saw not get whiff punished. But even then, not a huge amount of damage, but enough to take the life lead and enough to be threatening. Yeah, it's enough to be threatening.
Skill is so good at doing that. He will punish whiffed breathing if you let him. He will punish whiffed breathing. He is that good where if there's anything that's off, oh, like, oh, there's an open frame here, let me slip my sword in. Boom! Oh my gosh, speaking of getting it in right now, Blue God again putting that pressure on his opponent, this time powering up. Oh my gosh, he what a reset. That was crazy. That was nuts. I like that option there. Really putting his opponent on notice here with the weapon arts here. One more hit could do it.
First game. Oh yeah, there you go. So first game to Blue God.
I am really surprised that Blue God went to.
Man, you guys don't even know the kind of pressure that these players are going through when they're playing in events like this. Back in my day when I used to enter these
tournaments. Oh no, the back in my day.
I know. Did I just really do that, man?
You just did.
I did the back in my day. Oh man. But you know,
continue, James. I want to know.
It's nerve-wracking. These tournaments are nerve-wracking, you know. One of the things, I talk about this a lot on stream. People are always like, hey, James, how do you get over the nerves when entering a tournament? And my answer to that always is, you don't.
You don't. You become a little bit more comfortable, but can you really become, I guess,
like
zen
nonchalant
with it? Can you really be able to do it normally? Yeah. I mean, it depends on your opponents. It depends on the situation. It depends on everything going into a matchup. Yeah. There's so many factors that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, and honestly, it requires so much work and everything like that. You know, you're never gonna go in feeling like you're fully prepared. So it's always gonna be a little bit of nerves. Oh, put him in a force block situation. But look at that, though, outranging him because he has magic weapons.
Yeah.
How is that fair? He's like attacking you with astral projection weapons here, and they work.
Hey, you know, there's a lot of different weapons in this game. I don't know how they can explain some of them, but hey, man, they had the budget for it.
Yeah, I guess, you know, magic is just going to have to be the explanation for Aswell here.
Well, he's the savior of humanity. They better give him some good weapons. He has quite the arsenal, I would say. Oh my gosh, big lethal hit, the follow-up here. He dropped it. That was unfortunate.
Ow. There you go, Skill taking that around, tying it up 1-1. Poking away low, both of them poking away with the lows. Try to go for a mid that time, try to fake the low.
All right, 6-6K, the follow-up. He goes in. He's doing it again, but he whiffed that time.
Oh, God, those micro crouches. You see that from top players so often. They get into each other's face, and then they just crouch for half a second, just in case the opponent tries to throw or throw out an AA in reaction. AA, for most characters, is generally the fastest move. So a lot of times when someone runs up to you, you kind of want to check them real quick with your AA, but almost every AA are crouchable. You can crouch right under them. So you'll see a lot of players when they just run up to the opponent, then they just crouch a little bit. And you see right there, instead, Skill opting to go with Launcher over Blue Guard.
Oh, nice 2-2B. Gets the Jest Frame afterwards. Goes for the reset and damage. Look at that. That was so much damage into the mix-up.
One game apiece.
Yeah, but again, going for those, you know, the mid there because you're trying to crouch under throws, you're trying to crouch under highs, and it just opens you up to get caught by the mid attacks instead.
That's the power of soul charge for a lot
All
of
right,
characters.
so there we go. As you mentioned, 1-1. See what Blue God can do here versus Skill. Winner of this goes and is in winner's bracket. Guaranteed top 3.
Run that back right now. Give me that.
Uh-oh, whiff.
Had that. Let's go.
He's gonna do. Oh, the weapon arts again. He gets the wall as well. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, it hurts.
Yowzers.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
he missed
even
again.
Isaiah was like, oh, no. I guess maybe the wall splat was just at a weird height, wasn't as high as he was expecting it to be because, you know, Skill had a
blocked.
little bit of opportunity to fall down a little bit before he hit the wall. And look at that. He's going to end up taking it. And, oh, boy.
I mean, just as risky here as Skill is using that 1K series. Really trying to open up his opponent, but every time he's been doing it, he's been able to land it and just keep the advantage going on, even though he's not really at an advantage. Okay. Oh, big counter hit again.
Okay.
That's the second
Yep.
time we've seen it in the set. Counter hit 1A.
All right, activates this to try to get him off of him.
Naked, he got the wall hit, gonna get a little bit of
Go,
extra
got
damage.
the wall hit. You have, like, forever to juggle
What's he gonna
after
do?
that,
Backing
too.
away, just letting the soul charge run out. Great option by Skill there.
Right, A option here.
But the thing is,
Looking really good. Got the break and extra damage as well. And look at that Skill.
that point right now.
1 round away here from moving on to
He does have a meter
the winners finals. Will he be able to do it though?
The punishment god. But right now, Skill's just crushing a lot of his highs and dealing with them really
Blue
well.
God.
I mean,
He is
obviously,
I like that.
this hasn't happened yet, but Blue God does eventually become the Evo champion in the next year. So if Skill can actually send him down here, that's just an indication of the level of player that Blue God is.
Oh my gosh, he gets the punish and he's gonna close it out.
my.
He was
Just
ready for it.
throws it out there and gets the hit. Yeah.
2-1.
Some
As I'm saying,
skill
man, that
moving to
punishment
winners
game is
to
so
winners
clean.
finals.
It's so clean, man.
I mean, you
Well
definitely
job.
mentioned it
Good
before,
job to him.
Jerry.
Good job to
Having
him.
The god punish versus the god of punishes. It really just
I like
matters
this guy's
how the situation
personality
comes up.
too. I
And
just
now
like the
that's
the relief that he's displaying right now. He's just like, whoo, oh boy, okay, I got it. And then the euphoria with the fist pump and such. It's nice. I love to see the passion from the players. Again, one of the things I miss the most about going to these offline tournaments is just seeing people's expressions. I mean, we saw from both Lolo and Skill how happy they looked when they won their matches.
Chen, which will be quite a match. Also, we'll have Linkors versus my very own AX.
All right, so we are down to our final 6 players here.
Man,
And
I can't
because of the
believe
losers bracket matchup, it's going to be going by a lot faster. We're going to eventually get to our top 4, which should be happening very, very shortly.
Yeah, and then you saw Linkors and Party Wolf are gonna have to fight each other. So there is gonna be a country kill there, unfortunately. So
he kind of like went in
one of the U.S. players got to take out another one of the U.S. players.
all the way into the wall.
And just want to check something really quick.
He took out Sane, and I mean,
Oh, James looking up the data, but again, great matches from what we've been seeing so far from all these players. It's a nice throwback. You know, I haven't seen this one since it happened, obviously, live. So it's nice to kind of relive these moments.
Say hello to my little kitty here, Jasmine. Shout outs to the community out there. She recently had an operation. Community helped me cover a lot of that. And poor kitty was stuck in a cone for the longest of time. Finally got out of that.
Shout outs to the community, of course, coming together.
You're free. You're free. Yeah. Community has been doing a lot of wonderful things for a lot of different people out there. The fighting game community. You know, we look after each other. So.
Oh, did they poke Big as well just to do that?
Oh, looks like
Here
we're
comes
going
Linkor.
straight
All
to
smiles right now.
Linkors, yeah.
Still in the losers bracket, has an opportunity here.
Hazel for a button check
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay, I mean, might as well human race it up a little bit. You know, why not?
Absolutely.
Party
I
Wolf
love
and
saving
Linkor.
human race.
Yeah, one of them's got to eliminate each other.
Right,
But
that
you know,
is
when
the
there's
nature.
8 players in a tournament, you can't do anything about it. You're gonna start running into someone you know eventually.
Yeah, that's the nature of the losers bracket, though.
He's so
Gotta play to win. Gotta play to stay in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, look, you can be as friends as much as you want out of the game, but once you're into the game, that is definitely time to take your opponents down.
I think
No mercy.
a bit more of a glow on their face.
Mercy is
Keep-
for the
Keep
weak.
it in the game.
But no, for real. So, Linkors versus Party.
Alrighty. Okay.
We talked about the cavalcade of characters that Party Wolf possibly have.
So as we mentioned, going to be one of these U.S. players moving on, one of these U.S. players going home, unfortunately.
Obviously has the ability of grow. It could be funny if we saw a grow mirror. I think that'd be hilarious. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I think it'd be funny.
Could you imagine that happening in the World Invitational?
Did you just talk about Linkor's growing a beard? Is that what they were talking about?
That seems to be the discussion, which is actually pretty interesting. What were we thinking?
Looks like it's definitely going to be the Keelik versus Siegfried right here.
All right, the matchup here.
Something wrong with the controller?
Oh, I guess they just want to do another double check on that.
Yeah, because one of them disconnected.
It always feels like they're just sitting there.
I miss button checks, James. I just had to say it. I miss button checks.
Do you remember the thumbs up a long time ago?
Yes.
Thumbs up button checks.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, my controller disconnected.
Yeah, but again, a lot of cool fighting game stuff happening all weekend long. Of course, on Saturday will be the SE East Online Challenge. And then, of course, the day after that will be the exhibitions, including one Mr. Linkors that you see here playing in this battle. And Party Wolf, actually.
Otherwise, they're gone for this tournament.
I mean, you know, Party Wolf starting out.
Yeah, the one thing that I have noticed, you know, when I watch, for example, the Kura Killick, so much more active, so much more aggressive.
Continues from Party Wolf. It's got him at the wall,
But Party Wolf, you know, his method seems to be working pretty well here too.
I love that Party Wolf.
35 seconds left on the clock. Is he gonna try to turtle it?
And he, you know, he didn't, and then he got the
Ooh,
round.
nice.
That may have
Happening. My cat is
biggest,
like trying to get on my lap and falling off the chair and everything. Poor kitty.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm assuming it's Jasmine, but your cat knows this is a hype match. This is an elimination match. Trying to get a better view. Want the best seat in the house. Here we go.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't.
All right, there's one of those 4 A's. Remember the move that I
Use 'em.
said that has to hit you 4 times in order to get the lethal hit? He got 1 hit. It resets every round too, so you really have to land that move a lot. But it's a low hit, so they're trying to teach you to use the lows, right?
Yeah, just to be able to build up that threat of being able to use it, utilize it in a match. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is where you're starting to see a little bit of that range that Siegfried has. Oh, what? Wow. Okay, okay.
Poke him. He's got guts.
Okay, no.
Oh, not quite, not quite.
But he's gonna take some life.
It's like I said, usually if you see the life a little bit above that line, that means it's not going to kill. Chen had that one raw critical edge that did kill from past then. And he even had most of his life too, because you do a little bit more damage with your critical edges if you have lower life. But man, that was more of the damage that I was kind of expecting. Got him with the 6A+B, gets the combo going. Here we go, activates the soul charge to get him off of him, and now stuck in the corner, but Party Wolf manages to escape the corner.
Oh, it's crazy.
Got him. Crumple.
There we go, the turnaround though.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a punish.
Not quite fast enough to whip finish. That 6A+B is pretty slow to start up.
Ooh, drive by.
I like how he waited long enough that it corrected to where Party Wolf is stubbed.
That realized so much work there.
You know, some people have
Just at
privilege
the
of
tip of that.
I'm just being
Siegfried really kind of outranges Killick a lot of the times. I'll tell you, when I first started playing this game, Siegfried was a pain and was a thorn in my side. I felt like this match was so hard. Since then, I've actually been studying this match up a little bit. And when you actually see that, I mean, the Killick players generally do pretty well. Yep, too late of a punish there.
Just slipping out of range for that.
A slide B is gonna finish it off. We are now 2-2 in the round.
Man, who's gonna take this game number 1?
It's heated. Obviously, because it's so close here, want to have that advantage. And I can't. Oh my gosh, he's flashing red too. This is gonna be scary. Nice, able to get him tracking in there. That 6-6-B again. He's really trying to chop away at it. He wants that big. Oh, this is it. Big counter hit follow up.
Yeah, when you do that 6A+B, you're definitely punishable. And so instead of punishing it, Linkor uses that opportunity to throw out the big A+B, which causes a lot of that guard break. And he was able to get that guard break. And there you go, taking it 1-0. Party Wolf, I know.
He's texting you right now, isn't he, James?
That's right. And he texted him back, don't play kill it. No, I mean, I know that. Oh, he's sticking with it. I remember I've seen him pick different characters versus Killick before. I mean, sorry, against Siegfried, but he's sticking with the Killick.
All right, good pressure out. out of it.
I mean, you never know. He might just let it rip. You don't even know.
Sometimes,
You don't know me.
Oof.
Been through.
Caught him with the full 4B. The nice gets behind, gets the big damage. And whenever Nightmare gets those lethal hits, I felt like that should have been more damage.
Oh my God, hop
But
again.
Nightmare with a Siegfried with lethal hits is scary.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dang. Rocking it out right now. Linkor's up around.
Oh, he went under the.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be huge.
He's just crouching under there that whole entire time.
Yeah,
He's trying to get those stacks. He's trying to get ready for this.
Yeah, you can see the damage right there. Already draining him down about 40% of the life.
Here we go. Ooh, get your hands off me.
Nice, keeping him by the wall here. Gets the big counter hit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is huge.
Oh my
Nice
Ow.
resplat. Look at this. Oh, he gets the pickup and gonna be. Oh, that's enough. It was enough. Yowzas.
Oh,
fancy though.
oh no.
Fancy, that sword was swinging around. Here we
All
go.
right.
2 rounds up to set point for Linkor. So Party Wolf can bring it
So
back.
Party Wolf has to start doing something here, or he's gonna get taken out right away by Linkors in a US versus US country kill.
Yeah, elimination match, of course. This is the loser's bracket. Nice, gets him back turn. Here's the
You
follow-up here.
always think he's vulnerable. You always think he's vulnerable, and he's got that swing from behind. That oh man.
There it is, and that's going to be it. Getting the critical edge, seal the deal. Linkors has won, eliminating Party Wolf. We're not even going to get to see the KO, but it doesn't matter. It was already in play. Ends the party for Party Wolf. Ouch.
From 10 a.m. today, making that entire LCQ run.
But you got to give it up. Party Wolf played a long day, as mentioned by Alicia X Life. Winning that LCQ earlier in the day, and then continuing in the Invitational top 8.
That's tiring. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff to go through.
But you know what?
But there you go. Party Wolf is out, unfortunately. So, but congratulate. I mean, obviously, it was super. I'm sure he was super stoked to make it out of that LCQ in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
I
Being
mean,
able to represent.
He's got to be so used to playing.
I'll say some people in the chat are saying that the LCQ was maybe one of the hardest tournaments ever for the game. So there you see Blue God and Shen will play against each other. Whoever wins that gets to go up against Linkors. Whoever wins that match loses round 3, goes to losers round 4, which is essentially losers finals. And they will be going up against the person who loses in the semifinals.
Oh no.
All right, here we go. Next match, as we find out who's going to be in our top 4. Blue God and Shen going to be going at it. Shen starting off in losers rather early, climbing his way back up now, going up against his opponent here. It's going to be a battle between USA versus Singapore. What we would expect, of course, is going to be the matchup as well from Blue God going up against Chen Cervantes.
Putting in that work time and time again and being a god with those punishes.
Blue God, of course, as we mentioned. See, that's the thing, is if he had already won Evo Japan at this point, he'd have been eliminated, right? Just like the other 2 Evo champions. So the fact that he hasn't won yet is why he's still here in this tournament. Oh, man. Yeah, it definitely must have been a nice long day, but also just cool with all of the Soul Calibur action going on around there. I'm sure you can find the LCQ on YouTube as well on BNE Esports, youtube.com/BNE Esports. So if you want to watch how that all went down, and, you know, like I said, people in the chat talking about how it was just one of the hardest tournaments ever, might be fun to just sit down and give a watch to.
Well, he's going to need the anime mode because I have to point this out. He is fighting his favorite character in the entirety of the game as well. He loves this character.
Of course he does.
I like the Siegfried pick.
Commentator's curse right there. No, as well.
Okay, Okay, I was like,
that's how it always works.
It happens, right? It
Cervantes
happens.
versus Siegfried.
I don't like how we call it commentator's curse. Can we call it something else?
Such as?
Commentator's coincidence. How about that?
Commentator's
curse sounds so
coincidence.
bad.
All right,
It sounds so evil.
It's because we are evil, Mark. Didn't you know?
I mean, I got the memo, but I just didn't want to accept it, you know?
So I don't doubt him for a second. It's basically what I'm saying.
Say hello to my baby girl Jasmine over here. She's being really
character
She's
select.
fighting now. She wants to get part of the Soul Calibur action here going.
I don't know if it's actually going to come up at any
Right.
point in time.
Shoutcaster's malediction.
I
Wow,
like it.
that is a wordy decision right there, Incubus. But I like it. I like it.
I think that should be the new
Alright,
challenge.
Well, you know what? He's-
The SC Online Challenge.
Again,
Figure out what we're gonna call Commentator's
Uh,
Curse. Give us a new name.
That'd be kinda sick.
Give us a
That'd
new
be
name.
kinda sick, but here we go. Taking a breather, taking
That's
a
true. If we are called Shoutcasters, then you and I are the SC2, right?
Dang. I mean, that's a different level that I don't think people were prepared for.
Alright, here we go.
Oh man. All right, here we go. Cervantes
The sidewalls do shift.
as well.
Balls in between each round.
Might as well.
Rotations between the two. Alright, here we go. Heading into game 1 in loser's side. Shen, Pinnacle's very own Shen versus
I'm trying to find the bracket
BDG's
here because I want to
Blue God.
see.
Let's get it going.
Nice. He's already starting to open it up. Going in with the lows here. Shen obviously has some experience against the Aswell matchup, as did many people leading up to this. So many people have used Aswell, at least, especially during this time of the game's life. Right now, he's just going in with the pokes.
Yo, right? This is a one-player game.
Uh-oh.
Hold up.
Look at this life lead already. Dang. Shen getting sent to losers in the first round pretty convincingly, but since then, Shen has been on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Giving him
Oh, fire, he's burning up.
Like set of options that Shen would go to, because now he's got to think about the next time
Uh-oh.
Shen is up close in the
Does.
face.
True. Here we go. We're chaos
Just run up to each other and block, playing chicken with each other, see who goes first. But that's why you see that little sidestep over there. Obviously, when you're well, not obviously, but when you are closer to the opponent, your sidestep is a little bit faster,
Gonna get a big hit that you're just forced
so
to
you
kind
can
of
avoid
hit.
moves a lot more. Which is why when you see people go up to each other and wait a little bit, one of them will almost instantly sidestep, and that's where you use those horizontals to keep them from doing so.
Okay, this is his first chance to be able to set up the 50-50 situations. The Soul Charge comes out because he wants the pressure. It's got him up against the wall. Oh, you missed.
I was about to say, if he wins this round, how much you want to bet it's going to be off the Muscle Buster, but I didn't get a chance to say it before I found out I was wrong, so, you know, I'll call that the Shoutcaster's malediction again.
Gotta give it up for that one, of course.
One of the nicest things about Cervantes, despite
Nice 2A+B, trying to keep that pressure on. But again, gotta have some defensive mindset in mind when we're trying to approach against Aswell. Aswell has so many great tools, and there's a big counter hit there just leading up. What's their... Oh, my gosh, he got him out of the ring. So the option there is you either eat the low or you eat... I mean, that was a great mix-up there from Blue God.
Oh, man. Blue God trying to take this one, go up 1-0 over Shen. So Shen looking strong in round number 1, but Blue God here with the comebacks.
Oh my god.
No, I love Aswell. and
Takes
I
the
love
lead
this
to...
lethal
Oh, boy, gets a lethal hit on top of everything.
Having me at this wall, I don't like that.
Yeah, definitely a really strong option right there from Chen. He had a lot of
Oh,
bar,
the
but
lethal hit again, baby. Let's go.
catching him in that same
Ow.
situation multiple times.
So here we go. Look at this. Blue God looking so dominant now.
Very scarce right
Needs
now.
the one more
But
hit.
then he's got him at the
Uh-oh.
ledge right there. Soul Charge comes out.
Yeah, just reset the game to neutral. It's kind of a smart idea from Blue God.
Got the GI
And then,
anyway.
oh, the GI! And
Yeah,
then the delay throw. Remember,
big.
I mentioned
Oh,
Cervantes.
is he out?
Oh, put it out! Ooh.
That was crazy.
What?
It was getting the big damage, but it was also bouncing him just enough to slide him across and put him at the point where he could be wrung out in the corner. Of course, this stage, the walls keep moving, so now the corners are safe, but the middle of the edges are not, so it keeps alternating between the two. You have to be aware of which one it is.
Especially,
Yeah, always got to have that awareness. And look at this right now, doing such a great job, but he's flashing red. He's going to have to be careful because Blue God, being the last round, he's going to definitely try to break his guard here.
All right, we gotta be careful here.
But that's the mix-up too sometimes. It's like, oh, he's going to go for bigger, heavier moves to break my guard. And sometimes that's the mix-up that you need. Putting the fear into them that's not necessarily there. Oh, this is
Here we
big.
go again. The wall splash, like I said, Cervantes with great damage against the wall, almost is going to kill. Look how much damage he did. Go
Oh,
for the
the
low
punish.
option.
That's dead.
What a block. What a block. And yeah, you thought you were going to take this one, but no, not going to happen. Blue
risked
God with
it
the
all.
comeback anyway. And Blue God going to go up 1-0.
Dang, that is insane. He was so close to taking that match.
Blocking for just long enough that his own guard meter would come back gradually, but no, 6BB ended up hitting the guard break.
Sorry.
Got the C
That
off
is
it, and
being weird.
finishing it off. And I mean, damn, was that a close
All right.
match.
You know, once we saw that wall spot happen, I was like, oh, this is it, right? Is this it? This is it.
Damn, Chen has to be so pissed about that.
Who was the other character you said? I mean, well, he used Xiongmina earlier in the tournament, I think it was.
Who, Shen?
Yeah, Shen. No,
No, Shen uses Cervantes throughout the whole tournament.
Oh, so he's only been using Cervantes. Okay,
Right.
okay. For some reason, I thought he was.
He uses Tira as well.
Okay.
In general, but I mean, for
That's
this
what we
tournament,
saw.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, up until this point, at least in Soul Calibur 6's life, he's only used. No, I think he might have used Tira at Southeast Asia Majors as well. But I mean, Cervantes, you know, is the character he brings to battle most of the time. I would say 99% of the time.
Yeah, pretty sure we saw that. Tira was one that he was using a lot at the Evo Japan footage. I think we saw. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
So we're talking about how much mileage that was getting in the last few games. The Giants are super good.
Let's see if
Right here. And
Blue Guy is gonna be able to land any more of those weapon arts. Just goes for just quick low pokes right now. Hasn't got anything for too crazy. There he's in axe mode, but now he's in spear and shield. There he goes, axe mode again.
You call an overhead?
I did, and I was like, you know what?
Remember, whichever mode he goes into, it's faster for him to use all the like weapons. So if he's in axe mode, all the axe moves have a little bit more startup. If you're not in axe mode and you use an axe button, take a little bit longer to start up, and you will then be I forget. No, you don't actually go into that mode right away.
Yeah, there's definitely a transitional period. Oh, this is big. He gets the lethal hit. He houses, and again, that would have caught him if he tech rolled anyway. So that was great stuff there from Blue God.
Now he's at match point to send Shen Chan out of this tournament. Like I said, Shen Chan looked so strong a couple of times in the last game.
Oh, big counter hit. The follow-up as well. He caught him on the tech roll. Muscle buster. Let's see what he does here. I would do it again. I mean, that's just, I think, how good he is with that move.
Knock him down right there, but oh my God!
Oh boy, gets the hit right into the critical.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it.
Should be able to kill. Is this gonna kill? Yes, and there you go. Blue God is gonna eliminate Shen Chan from the tournament. That's crazy. Shen Chan, you know, like I said, looking so strong early on, but here we go, out of the tournament, and Blue God gonna keep moving forward. Yeah, we lost one of the U.S. players. Of course, two of the U.S. players had to fight each other.
Yep.
But there you go, another U.S. player down, and so they're losing. We're losing them one by one. But there's not that many players left, to be honest with you. I think we're now at our official top 4. I think it is. So we just have one losers. I think we're going to play the winners finals, the loser semis, and then the grand finals afterwards. And then that's basically the end of the tournament. So, but of course, you know. Don't go anywhere. I mean, with so many good matches still coming up at this point in time. So I believe we are going to take a quick break right now. But when we come back, we're going to get through it. As I mentioned, it's going to be winners finals, loser semis, losers, and then grand finals. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone, to the stage of history. We're back with the Soul Calibur throwback, going back in time to 2019 for the Soul Calibur 6 World Invitational. My name is Mark. I'm here with Mr. James Chen. James, how have you been enjoying the broadcast so far? I know you didn't get to watch it live last time, but you are watching it live now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, so far, we started off with a couple of very close games, but also a lot of surprising domination sometimes in some of these matches as well. And again, a lot of these players going out early, surprising as well, you know, as we mentioned, from the two EVO champions tying for 7th place at this event. But, you know, leaving room for a lot of these other guys here. Excited to see how this all closes out. But also, don't forget that this is just kind of a preview as well for the stuff that's going to be happening this weekend as well. There's going to be the Soul Calibur East Online Challenge taking place. It's a 2-day thing. On Saturday, there's going to be the open tournament. Registration's still open for that. Just go to scworldtour.com. You can still register for that event over there. You can be a part of this and actually play against a lot of the other players from the East Coast region as well. So definitely don't want to miss that out. If you can't play in it, well, you know, definitely tune in and check it out and watch it and enjoy some more Soul Calibur action. Soul Calibur 6, as I've mentioned before, such a wonderful game and a really, really awesome community and a thriving scene for the game.
Yeah, just real quick, just so you guys know, the registration does close on that Saturday, the day of the tournament, at 10 a.m. Eastern. So you do have some time to go ahead and register up until that point before we get started with the tournament. And kind of what James was mentioning, it's a fun-filled weekend for Soul Calibur. We have these exhibition matches, as you can see on the screen. We have 3 sets of matches that are going to be happening. Some of the players that you are seeing here during this broadcast for the World Invitational from last year, Linkor and Party Wolf, also a part of it as well. I hope you guys look forward to that this coming weekend. But going back to the online tournament itself, James, I'm excited to see who's going to be the champion. But also, there's that final boss challenge that's going to happen as well.
That's right.
We have a secret boss
that
is waiting for the champion at the very end. If the champion from the tournament is able to win, they can double their prize winnings.
Dang, nice. Yeah, like I said, I know that's something that you've been doing for the Tekken stuff, and the last one was Cuddlecore. She won as the final boss in the last one, right?
Yep, she did.
Nice,
they did. Most of the time, the final boss will win, at least from the ones that were chosen so far. So I'm always looking. You got to always put respect on the name for whoever's going to be coming up to the plate as the final boss. But before we get into more of the action for today, make sure you guys follow us online. You can follow us on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Facebook at Soul Calibur. And of course, follow the Bandai Namco Esports channel on YouTube and on Twitter as well. We're posting clips for all of our upcoming esports events, but also all the VODs from whether it's the challenges that you see here or past events featuring Soul Calibur. You'll be able to find it there, but also for Tekken 7 and also for Dragon Ball FighterZ as well. So I hope you guys check out that stuff. But again, you can join us with the conversation using hashtag SCThrowback. Let us know what events you want to see or what you want us to focus on for future Soul Calibur throwback events as well. I know we covered just 2 events so far, this being the World Invitational, and previously we did EVO Japan 2020 from earlier this year. But I'd like to know what you guys would like to see as well. I mean, just let us know. Tag us in the conversation, use that hashtag, and we'll be able to kind of monitor and see what you guys want to revisit.
Yeah, and earlier, of course, on the stream, we got to see the pair of shirts designed by 2 different members of the Soul Calibur team. These are the last 2 over here, designed by Okubo, the producer himself. You can see the Soul Calibur in one of those label guns is what they were called.
Oh yeah, that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if a lot of the youth will know what that is, but yeah, those label guns with the emboss and everything, it's crazy.
Yep, exactly. And then of course with the soul blade itself right there on the shirt. It's just to show that your soul still burns. You can get these all over the place in US, Spain, Italy, Germany, UK, France, and Japan just by going to Amazon and doing a search for a Soul Calibur t-shirt. And there you go. So I'm definitely going to go and grab all of these shirts just so I can actually have some Soul Calibur shirts, because definitely, like I said, a game that I have a lot of passion for these days. been really delving into the scene and into the game itself, and would love to represent that as much as I can by wearing some of these Soul Calibur shirts, especially during my Soul Calibur streams. You know, that'd be just nice to be able to have some Soul Calibur shirts during my Soul Calibur streams as well. So
I think it'd be fun. Be fun. You know, if I had one of those shirts, it would be my prized possession. Kind of like these awesome prizes that we have from our friends over at Astro Gaming. They're back for another year, supporting the Soul Calibur Online Challenge, is the official headset and mix app. This year, Astro Gaming will be providing top 3 of the Soul Calibur Online Challenge events. For those event champions, they're going to be getting some awesome Astro products and some custom merchandise. So shout outs to Astro for, of course, supporting Soul Calibur and the fighting game community. Also got to give it up to our friends over at Bud Light. We do have the Bud Light Beer League that's still going on. With Tekken right now, we had the previous season with Soul Calibur, so we hope you guys look forward to the Tekken Challenge that's going to be happening as well on twitch.tv/Bud Light. Make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday evenings for that.
Yeah, shout outs to everybody who's always, you know, helping out with these FGC events, you know, helping sponsor and just, you know, being able to put together these events. There, shout outs to Bud Light for, you know, wanting to put an event on for Soul Calibur and now for Tekken. It's just always nice to have that kind of support from all these companies like that. So very happy, and thank you guys again. And thank you guys at home right now for tuning in and watching some Soul Calibur 6 action. We're at the home stretch over here. As you can see, we've got Skill coming up here. He's still sitting here pretty on the winner side of the bracket. And again, you guys can hear in the background over there faintly, that of course is Alicia X Life that you hear going on right now, as well as Ebonic Plague. 2 players very passionate about Soul Calibur as well. So shout outs to both of them for their commentary duties here at the event back in November 2019.
You know what? Get a feeler out.
This is a big one. So
that handsome man in the middle of the stage over there, Mr.
Oh yeah, Mr. Man Chest.
Here we go.
Oh, and look, he's picking Song Mina. That's obviously what I expected going into this. I did want to see the clash of swords between Mitsurugi and Yoshimitsu, but you know, you can't get everything that you want. But we have France versus Mexico coming up right now. Skill versus Lolo. Adventures of Lolo. Let's see what he does. That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Oh, one of my favorite series. Don't get me started. I'm going to start singing the Lolo music right now. So. Oh, look at that.
He has been just harassing there with that rushing knee. Trying to get an opening here, but oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, again, France, obviously such a strong scene. We mentioned Keev winning EVO Japan before, and then of course Kayane making top 8 at EVO Worlds in 2019, and here Skill is asserting dominance, doing so well. And again, it's one of my favorite storylines of the Soul Calibur scene, just having it so that, you know, it's so the parity amongst all the different places in the world. Oh, what a sidestep! But didn't quite eject him just yet. No, there it is.
Oh
okay.
My gosh.
The thing is like, you can actually just make it so that
Man.
the 6B just puts him out.
Oh man.
If I remember correctly.
It's like you're just sitting there watching yourself getting juggled all day, and then you finally get ejected, and you're like, man, why can't you just eject me right away? Nice. Again, the lethal hits. So many characters have that lethal hit off of the sidestep to avoid a vertical and then punish afterwards, you know, just kind of teaching you that mechanic.
It's quite a lot, yeah. And I mean, you know, it also, if he was to reach you either, it's a bit slower.
Look at this, just aggression here from Skill, keeping him at the wall, and wow, 2 rounds to 1 right now.
Yeah, and Lolo was looking so strong as well, you know, for a lot of the matches. Obviously got here winners finals for a reason, and so far Skill has just been kind of running through him outside of that one ring out that Lolo got.
I mean, that's, I think, the nature of the matchup here. Mitsurugi obviously having faster pokes, especially up close here. Oh, this is big. Oh, it was blocked. Is that going to be a punish? Yes.
Yeah, there you go. The punish with the raw critical edge. Ugh.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hurt here. One mix-up could do it here. Jumps in, waits, and goes for the low.
Empty jump low. Nice. Okay. It's going to work.
Oh, he runs in.
Yeah. And I feel like Lolo was ready for that. That's why he swung with that. And Skill, it just whiffed Skill by like pixels. Here we go. Just activate the soul charge to build the space. Lolo looking nice and strong here. And look at this. You know, at first I mentioned Skill looking so much better, but now here's Lolo taking the lead here, about to take game number 1. Nice crouch under the throw.
Oh, big opportunity here. Gets the hits. That was great transition and reaction there out of his 8-way run. Okay. Oh, it's anybody's match. Goes for the throw. That would have ended it if he landed the throw, and that's going to be it. Nice poke there. Nice hit. And look at, he's ready with the fist pop right there. Throw it up in the sky.
It's just so funny because, you saw Skill just run in. What did he just greeted him? Looked like with the 3B launch, and just takes that. Now this is winners final, so I believe this is 3 out of 5 this time. Correct?
That is correct. This is the longer set here. The start of our long sets, obviously, we go into the losers bracket after this, where we're still going to have the short sets until we get into the losers finals. Right now, look at Skill, looking focused, looking flustered a bit here. He's like breathing. He's breathing, and he's also has a sense of excitement and anticipation.
Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to psych himself up a little bit more here, going like, okay, it's just one game. It's just one game.
I mean, you got to. I remember the crowd here. Everyone was cheering for Lolo at this point. Lolo, obviously from Mexico originally, but also spent a lot of his time in the U.S. I believe he's currently residing in the Midwest area as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, okay.
Or maybe was it the mountain area? I think he's in Colorado. But he did participate in some online tournaments that we had as well. Man, look at this. Right now, Lolo is starting to run away with it.
8-ball in the side pocket right there, just catching him like a pool cue.
Nice. The rush here. And Lolo really doing a great job of putting a stop to Skill's offense. Skill's getting those hits. He's getting he's chipping him away at his life bar, but every time he's had some type of way to counter hit. And look at that, another perfect opportunity.
Ooh, and try to set that up. I believe if that had hit, that would have been a lethal hit at that perfect range. Plus on block. Ooh, the double sidestep. And then gets the juggle with the critical edge. This is going to hurt. It's going to give Lolo the life lead.
Yeah, he's been landing a lot of combo into critical edge, which has been paying off in dividends for him because obviously he won that first match. But here's one. Here's one for Skill.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Okay. So,
oh, it didn't kill. It was so close.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Just goes in there and just gets it.
Goes for a nice, quick, safe option. I like it.
Yeah, again, probably just one of those situations where it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be mid or low, I don't know. Just went with the mid option, and Lolo probably expecting it to be a low attack. Nice! Jumping over that lower slash.
Oh my gosh, this is a big opportunity.
Oh no, I felt like that was supposed to be more, but here we go, guard break. Into the wall, and that was actually really smart too. That was just good positioning awareness. That move right there is very similar to Killix. Gonna wall splat, give Silmina some good wall combos off of that. So again, just awareness on the spacing and the distances from the wall.
Oh, the lethal hit.
Ooh, again another lethal hit.
Yowzas.
Nice. There's
and
that.
See that attack itself. You already see he's flashing yellow. You got to be able to watch out for all of that.
Like I said, Silmina is so good at just getting your guard meter to start flashing like that. It's just basically one of her specialties. She's kind of just designed to do extra guard damage over a lot of the other characters in the game. Oh, but not punished in time.
That's exactly that. Oh, got the stun and then the lethal.
Oh my gosh. Big opportunity. Again, continuing the offense here. Look at all of that. Oh, this time just out of range there. You wanted the 1K series, which would have done a ton of damage there. It comes out of this, a dash in.
Ow! Got him, and that should kill. Oh, no, did it not?
It didn't.
Oh.
One more option here.
Because he has so much life left, so it wasn't going to do the max damage, but then just gets the running AA, and that's going to take it there, and so Skill ties it up 1-1.
Oh my gosh. Look at him. He is so into it. He's like, yeah. Lolo, usually all smiles here, but he's feeling the pressure now, you can tell. Again, race to 3 here in winners finals.
It's always interesting to see how much happier and exciting and jolly you are when you're winning your matches and you lose that match and suddenly it's all serious face. I mean, there's obviously people like Itazan who's like smiling after every match no matter what, but they're definitely rare.
Very clearly looks to form.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh my God,
This time again, starting to continue the pressure, going for the long play. Already flashing yellow. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
nice. Just rolling on the wake up. So when you're getting up off the floor, very similar. You can kind of roll the same way you would. See, perfect range right there to get that lethal hit. But like I said, you can roll when you're getting up, so it acts just like a sidestep, but you're getting up from the ground instead.
Yeah, just trying to cover some ground, cover some space. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is close either way. Skill's starting to fight back. He's going to have to be careful. Big whiff there from Lolo, and this time crushing it.
There's that guard break, as we talked about, how well she does that.
Yeah, the pressure is serious.
Oh God, the wall, the edge. It's just
and
right
he had
there,
a big
nice.
opportunity.
There's the soul charge.
Okay, and you know what? 7 seconds left, but this freezes the timer. But he wasn't expecting Skill to go for both hits. I think after he saw the first whiff, he tried to run in there and get a whiff punish or something. But then Skill actually committed to the second hit of the string and caught Lolo off guard.
Yeah, that retaliation. Just not prepared for it. Goes for the slide. Big punish here.
Ooh.
Oh, and again, just starting to work on the guard meter as well.
Yeah, you can see it glowing yellow. And remember, it doesn't reset between rounds. You gain some of your guard back. It lowers a little bit, but it does not empty completely. Both characters now, both players at guard break potential.
All right, probably going to go for another opportunity here. Oh my gosh, nice block.
Okay, goes for the low though, and catches, commits to that low, and there you go. Lolo MX tying it up 1-1 here in game number 3. Crucial rubber band match game number 3 here.
Oh yeah.
Definitely want to go up 2-1. Runs into that low, so Skill gonna activate here. Try to build some distance.
All right, there we go. Big boy launches. Ooh.
All right, again going for the low option. Yep, that. So normally you don't have to block the lows against Mitsurugi as much. He doesn't do as much damage, but as soon as he goes in that soul charge, he gets that third hit follow-up off of that string. Does a lot more damage all of a sudden. So in soul charge, you have to be a little more worried. Nice whiff punish juggle. It's the best he can get damage-wise there.
Oh, just out of range, but there's no punish there from Skill. Oh, but hey, that'll work too. Save.
Yeah.
Put the knee to the face.
All right, Skill now trying to go up 2-1 here in winners finals. Ooh, again, nice crouch and punish with the raw launcher. Of course, 3B down forward B for most characters is their launcher.
Ooh, look at that. What a whiff punish there. Goes for the damage as well. He has to be careful there on whiff.
Crouched under the running AA, but didn't really get the punish from.
Oh, instant duck into. Oh, this is big.
There's
Big
that guard
opportunity.
break.
What is he doing?
I think
He
was
wasted
trying
the
to-
opportunity.
Was he trying to bait out an RI or something, and maybe just hoping he could get the? Maybe he got greedy, was trying to throw that
There's
slow.
no RI
hoping he
yet.
would react with the RI, but yeah, I don't know. And Skill's gonna take that.
First to 3 scenario though. Still needs one more to rock it out. Taking deep breaths. He's
Crazy.
feeling
All right,
it.
all right.
Feeling it in his soul. When you took that side step and just.
Wow, what a missed opportunity there from Lolo. Not sure what he was trying to go for there, but again, that is a big choke point, I would say, in the set. Now giving Skill the lead here, 2-1.
That could have been one of them. I'm not 100%
Oof.
sure. But,
Side pocket into
whatever
corner
it is, man, he's
pocket
gonna get a lot of
there.
damage afterwards.
Poking away low and then getting the wall standing kick. Oh, caught him crouching, but it, somehow the juggle missed. And so, again, leaving a lot of damage on that table, which means Skill might actually have the opportunity to try to go for a comeback here. But nice launch by Lolo. Tries to catch him low. Try to get the lethal hit on that low again at that range.
A lot of Lolo's options.
That's for sure. Here we go. Just
Man, can Skill make this comeback here in this round? He definitely could. And here's a good start. There goes half of whatever was remaining.
Oh, he tried to keep it a little bit safe, but he's going to have to be careful. Look at that.
Oh, no,
Here we go.
no. Okay. Was able to at least put some fear into Lolo's heart, but Lolo takes that round. Of course, Lolo's still down 1-2 in games.
There we go. Besides the throw, we haven't seen many throws in this entire match, actually.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
I mean, throws in general, we really haven't seen today so that much.
Might have actually been.
Of this match, but in particular, I'm not sure about the other matches.
Both of them playing fairly defensive right now. Just poking and then blocking, poking and blocking. Finally, there we go. We're getting some engagement here in the middle.
might give him a chance here. Oh, he gets trying to...
Oh, this is big. He gets the follow-up as well with the 1A.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
Right now, on the scoreboard, tying it up here. Let's see if Skill is able to extend and maybe potentially go and secure himself a spot in Grand Finals. We'll see. Oh, big.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, there's that max range again. Tries to go for something very similar, but nicely done to escape that situation.
Yeah, and that's the awesome thing. As you mentioned earlier, lethal hits kind of encourage a play style or usage of certain moves, and you know, range is the name of the game when it comes to Seongmina. Oh my gosh, caught him.
Stepped just close, stepped out, and then stepped back into punish.
Trying to get within range here. He's got to be careful. Gets another lethal hit.
Man,
Big opportunity. What's the
one.
mix-up afterwards? Is he going to go for the low? I have a feeling he's going to go for the low. No, you went mid that time.
Wow, it didn't do much, and now he activates the soul charge.
Oh.
He had the meter for critical edge, I think. I don't remember. I'd have to go double check, rewind to go a little bit. But I think he might have had a critical edge maybe to finish that off. I'm not sure. But instead, he goes down. And so now Skill at match point, if Skill can take this, he moves on to Grand Finals. And Lolo is going to be the one. Oh, he barely walked into that.
That's unfortunate. It is so unfortunate. He had the lethal hit. He had potential damage there, but just not able to capitalize on it.
And I mean, Skill's movement has been so excellent.
All right, still doing really well here in the round. Still has meter as well. Let's see what he does. Is he going to have a chance to do anything? Will he be able to tie it up on rounds? Oh, he used it. He used it. He has no meter now because of that. He got stopped during that opportunity, but he should be able to. He got the kill.
Tie it up.
Final round.
Definitely worth spending that meter.
But Skill is now going to have full meter.
Yeah, you give your opponent a full bar when they get to their third round. So that's their, quote, comeback concession. But again, you got to make sure those supers land. If you don't do anything with that meter, then the meter doesn't even necessarily help.
Oh, and the 2-2B able to get in the follow-up. This time going for the low. Did not tech roll from that point. And oh, that's going to hurt. It's not going to kill. But there's going to be a big opportunity to take the win here. Let's see what happens. Are we going to see the quick mid attack as well? No? Decides to wait. He does have a huge life lead.
Yeah, he doesn't want to put himself to a position where Lolo can, you know, just get a ring out. And that's what I mean, right? Like you could say, yeah, see, it's lame that you can get lamed or rung out like that. But actually, you see how easy it is to force that situation. Skill said, you know what? I don't want to attack you near the edge because then you might be able to ring me out. I'm going to run back here. I have the life lead. I'm controlling the area of the field we fight in, and we're fighting right here. And so there you go. So Lolo had to comply, tried to get in, and unfortunately not going to work out for him. And Lolo has been sent to loser's bracket. Of course, he'll be in loser's finals, so he's still at least guaranteed top third, but still.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a big blow. I mean, you got to think about it, because in order for you to be the champion, let's say you are Lolo, you have to beat Skill now 2 sets in the grand finals if you can even make it back there.
Right.
So again, the point, and I think I say this a lot in tournaments, it's like you never want to go to losers bracket. You never want to go to losers bracket at all. You want to be able to win and end the day as much as you can. That way you still have your heart in a good place. I'll just say that. How about that? Less stress.
And you see there on the loser side over there, we're going to have yet another U.S. versus U.S. country kill here. So no matter what, the top 3 is going to be a U.S. player, a Mexico player, as well as a French player. Those are going to be the top 3. No Japan, no Singapore, unfortunately.
Yep.
So represented by, let me think, how many U.S. players were there? There
It was Party
Buddha,
Wolf, it was Linkors, and it was Blue God.
Yeah, so just 3 then. So 3 U.S. players.
3 of the best that we've had representing internationally as well. One Singapore. 2 French players. We have Keev.
2 French players. That's what it is. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
And 1 Japanese player in Yutoto.
Yep. Unfortunately, Yutoto out. Chen out. Like I said, just down to here you go. These 2 last U.S. players. These are the only U.S. players left in the tournament. However, as I mentioned, you know, one of the things that we're used to a lot in the fighting game community, I mean, this is something that you and I have gone through in the early days of fighting games, is that Japan used to dominate like every fighting game, right? They would just come over and beat us up and take our lunch money and stuff like that. But it's not the case anymore. And as you can see here, what do we have? We have literally 4 Western Hemisphere players over here for playing in this. Well, I guess France is, well, France counts as Western nation.
Yeah, Western world, yeah.
But Blue God was the first to stop the Linkor's reign of terror, basically.
Yeah, because right here we've got the 2 U.S. players, and waiting in losers is the next player from Mexico, and then finally in grand finals the player from France.
The number 1 and 2 character in the game.
You know, and this is the thing though, it's not just like...
All right, this is a big one. So Linkors and Blue God, this is going to be the last short set of the tournament. It's going to be a race to 2 to see who will make it into our losers final.
That's right, back to 2 out of 3 here. No wiggle room here, and looks like Linkors is just going in right away.
Man, good offense here. And that's the thing, it's, you know, high risk offense as well. You know, that low obviously very punishable, but I mean, you have to establish dominance early on. You have to kind of put them in the blender and make them guess as the match progresses. But look at that, Blue God getting a big lethal hit. The follow up here. Oh, what's he gonna do?
I cannot lose.
Which, oh, he was back turn too. That's a whip punish.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why he has. That's why he has God in his name, because Blue God is out of control, man. He is above mere mortals.
He just crouched right under there and had that super ready to go for the punish. But that's the thing, right? He figured if he crouches and he actually makes it under something, then that's what he's going to do.
He didn't duck that one, but he did block that on the
nice.
He got the lethal
Gets a
hit.
knockdown, big lethal hit, and the follow-up here. He's going to, man, he is going mid. Oh, my gosh. Was the weapon arts that scary that you would duck every single time?
Did you hear Isaiah there? He was just like, oh my God! Yeah, that was a brutal round right there. Of course, during this point in time, Aswell, still considered very, very strong, has gotten a pretty decent amount of nerfs since then.
And he did like exactly that. He just went mid like 6 times.
Uh-oh, nice. Pushing again towards the edge of the stage. He's going to have to be very careful at how he's going to react to this. But Linkor's doing a decent job of keeping him away, but now he's going to have to deal back to the wall. They're switching positions. Oh, big opportunity there. He gets the splat and the flap.
Doesn't even need the ring out right there. He got the position for the ring out. Didn't even need it. Didn't have enough life left to survive anything. So there you go. Linkor's taking his first round versus Blue God. Got him. There it is, that weapon arts. Why is it so effective? I mean, he uses it a lot, but he doesn't use it a lot. You know what I mean? He uses it just enough that you forget about it.
He uses it in ways where it becomes impactful.
Yeah. Now, speaking of impactful, Linkor's landing that critical edge, trying to work on this comeback here in this first game, which I think is super important.
Really trying to... Oh, look at that. He just maneuvered his way out of it. Gonna have to be careful. Blue God's strengths, of course, is his movement up close.
He actually sidestepped the horizontal, it looks like. It looks like he made it around him in time. Unless I just saw that.
Oh, blocked it?
Oh, is that going to hit? No way.
Oh, no,
yeah, exactly. No way. He's in the red, too. Let's see if Linkors is able to take advantage here. Has a big opportunity, and that's not going to be enough.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
You know what? You're the expert here, James. I'll let you call it.
No, you're the expert, apparently. You were right about that one. But he's chipped him down to nothing, but he just hops over with the 9D, and wow. Okay, Linkor sneaking in there with the 0 health.
Oh my gosh, nice block there. Oh my gosh, he just did it again.
Get away from me.
Yeah, that was wild. Oh, and here it comes.
Oh, again.
I think he's gonna put him in the blender now. No? Oh, nice catch out of the air. Look at this nice life lead here for Linkors.
It's one of the hardest things.
Oh, but Aswell's happening right now.
Yeah, he just goes for setup rather than doing anything.
Oh my gosh, it's happening.
Got him again. And you know, I feel like one of the reasons why Blue got so good at landing that is because he does it very close up. So it has a decent range, although it won't clean hit if it's too far away, but it has a decent range. And so, oh my God, the comeback complete from Linkor. I was just about to say that Blue God's, you know, weapon arms when he does the muscle buster is so good because he does it at a close-up range. You think he's gonna be just going for quick attacks like a AA or something like that, but then he just catches you low with that. But there you go. Linkor is taking game number 1, actually making the comeback. I think he was down 0-2, wasn't he? I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing comeback. And great patience on his part as well. Because, man, Blue God was going in. Blue God was playing with so much confidence going into that, but then Linkor was just challenging at the right times.
That's my stream monster impression.
Look at his face on Blue God. Almost looked like a smirk almost broke out there.
50-50s? They have none.
I like that.
Like I said, now that I look at him more closely, he definitely looks like a young man there. Then again, to be honest with you, I think everybody in the FGC to me looks like a young man these days.
I'm getting up there too, James. Everybody's a youngster to me.
The best part about it is, for everybody else not as old as me, is that you could never actually catch up. I will always be older.
Always senpai, huh?
Yep. Forever senpai. I think that's gonna make that my shirt clothing line, always senpai. Instead of forever 21, it's gonna be always senpai.
Oh my gosh. Nice. Again, he's able to, and he, like I said, he is so good at utilizing that move and really setting the flow of the matchup. All right. I mean, it's Aswell too, as well. I mean, Aswell with a great player, I mean, it equals to great results, as we've seen time and again. Oh, what a block again. So I'm getting the knockdown. Try to catch him again. That would have caught him if he tech rolled.
As long as he can.
All right, good pressure out.
Yeah, see,
Canceling a lot of those stances, and now here we go. Pressure towards the corner, has potential for knockout, but also just has a huge life lead. Yeah, doesn't even have to worry about that. There you go.
I have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, you know, we got the noise canceling headphones, so we can't really see it, but the soul card is coming out from Blue.
Gets the launch.
Right here, and he does mix up.
Has him towards the corner, but trying to fight his way out. No, never mind. Linkor gets blocked there.
Dark Legacy is active.
Oof.
Oh, get away from me!
What the? Dude, they were just not hitting each other at all.
Oh, he pressed the button.
Oh, and he caught him again.
And that's what.
Yeah, and that was that's definitely gonna hurt him.
It felt like he just did that. Did he react to something, or did he just do it?
He definitely reacted. I would say he reacted because obviously he saw something.
Dang.
I want to give the players the benefit of the doubt.
That's fair. That's fair. Right. Remember, if Linkor wins this round, that's it. It's 2 out of 3 because it's not losers finals yet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he was still able to get the float, the follow up here. What's he gonna do? One more hit could do it.
Staying alive.
Oh. That was a good song.
Yeah, he is staying alive.
He's about to have 2 bar though on the side.
As Isaiah and Alicia say.
Got the hit, but he's back turn.
Not a good start so far. Able to break that throw, but still got hit by a couple of those stray moves. And you can see on Linkor's side, he hasn't lost any health yet at all.
Oh, nice. A lot of moving. Big opportunity. Again, threatening with that low, the weapon arts. Oh, man, he is going for it. Hey, at first you don't succeed, try again. That was the 3rd time in this round, but finally landing clean.
It's fine. Here we go.
Oh,
is that guard break? Oh my god, no, but you can't.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And there you go. Blue God ties it up 1-1. Gets himself on the board here. Oh, man. That's right. Safe critical edges. Why? Or critical edges with the auto GI at the beginning of them, like Ivy.
Huh. Like that's a little bit.
Yeah, the throw break.
All right, so Linkor is now with the serious face.
He was in sword stance, so he was able to get the 5AB, finishing it off right there, 1-1 right now. I think they hit random stage on
this is still winners loser semis. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, and it's to the end of the game basically. So how fit.
Stretch my back here. Got the old man status here.
Oh,
there you
this
go.
is big.
Again, gets the weapon art, gets the muscle buster, throws him towards the corner, tries just going right in at him. Nice avoidance by Linkor, and now Linkor has blue God in the corner situation, sort of. But again, the movement allows you so much freedom. It's really easy to get to the other side of the opponent if you really wanted to.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and there's the launch that's going to do it.
Starting to run away. Linkor's right now with the lead again. This is the last match here between these two. Before we get into losers final, this is a 2 out of 3 race.
All right, gets the launch, keeps the pressure going, tries to keep the pressure going. Again, and I swear, Linkor's was crouching and he stood up to get hit by that muscle buster.
He was flash ducking.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Got the round. Tied up.
There's nothing else to say about it. He was just having the momentum on his side.
Yeah, definitely pushing forward super hard right there. Putting himself into sword stance for this one. The throw gets broken.
Gets the throw, but nice throw tech from Blue God. Here we go. Remember, that wall is not there permanently. It hasn't been damaged yet because it starts at blue, but it goes from blue to yellow and then eventually gets like purplish red and then it breaks and then there's no more walls on the stage and you could be wrung out in a 360 field.
Yeah, it needs 3 solid hits to break it, of course. Oh, nice lethal hit. The follow-up, and that's going to hurt. Ouch. Big damage here.
There's so much fire.
Give himself a good round lead here. Oh, what a sidestep! Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna bust him. Let's see what he does here. Decides to activate.
And yeah, he's trying to not Beyblade right here because he's looking for exactly that.
Got him!
He's near the
Got him!
He is bang, just like that can get the wall spot, guaranteed fall.
Oh!
Here we go. Blue God 1 round away from moving to the losers finals. Will he be able to make it? Who is gonna face Lolo out of these 2 players? Oh, what a jump.
Yeah, he won one of the rounds that way too.
Oh, what a step right
nice sidestep again. Knew that he was going to go for the second one, so I had the sidestep, but didn't quite get the punish, unfortunately. Crouches under the high, yep. And then here we go, lethal hits. Gonna do a ton of damage. Is this gonna kill? Yes, it is. And Blue God moves on over Linkor's.
Big win. Big win, and he secures himself a top 3 finish now. Linkor's unfortunately going home in 4th place here, but a valiant effort nonetheless.
Yeah, look at this. Look at it. Yeah, I like
He's debating with someone in the crowd.
Yeah, no. But, you know, again, shout outs to the audience and everybody out there watching this and attending this event. It's really cool. One of the nice things about having LCQs like that is you bring out all the players who are big fans of the game, right? And so then they're the ones in the audience. They're the ones enjoying it as well. So it's really, really cool to have that Soul Calibur community all present there. And very cool for Alicia and Isaiah to be doing the commentary for this event as well.
So yeah,
But you can see here, just have the losers finals in round 4, and then whoever wins that will be going up against Skill in grand finals. So who's it going to be? Is it Skill, Lolo MX, or Blue God? Just in case somebody out there watching this doesn't know the results of the 2019 Invitational, don't spoil it for everybody in the chat.
Wow, Skill, like, absolutely phenomenal this entire tournament.
And again, thanks to both Ebonic Plague and Alicia X Life for doing commentary here at this event, as well as KP and yourself. Of course, you did commentator earlier during the weekend during the LCQ. And so shout outs to the entire Soul Calibur scene out there. Thanks you guys again at home for hanging out and watching this event.
That's awesome. I mean, we're all at home. We get to reminisce with some good fighting game events. Get to see some historical events, I would even say. This being the first World Finals for Soul Calibur 6, or World Invitational, I should say, World Championships.
Yeah. All right, so this is going back to 3 out of 5 now.
Yep.
3 out of 5.
Longer sets from here on out.
Okay, so there is larger chance for character swaps, larger chances for people adapting, right? It's a longer set now. So let's see what happens. I wonder if Lolo's gonna keep that mana fire going, man. It was.
All right, let's see how Lolo's able to approach this matchup. I have a feeling he's gonna go with Sungmina here, going up against Blue Gods as well.
We've yet to see the Astral. thus far.
Alright, sorry. Getting some emergency messages here, but yeah, Lolo. I mean, obviously, whoever loses this ends up in third place, and that's still pretty respectable. Obviously, very good, very great positioning, but you don't want to end up in third place. You want to get a chance to get back to that grand finals to try to get a run back versus skill.
Oh, yeah. You got to go for the win, right? You got to go for it.
I saw some really cool.
Meanwhile, of course, Blue God just chilling here.
When Sandman came to Portland.
I think he's the only one who. Let me take a look at the brackets over here really quick. If I can pull up the brackets, if I still have them somewhere here. I know it's in the chat, so let me do this really quick. Just to give you guys. I need to follow the channel. I haven't followed the channel. That's my bad. There we go. Get the bracket here. Just pull out the bracket just so you guys remember how everybody got to where they are in this tournament over here. Blue God was able to defeat. We just saw Linkor. He beat Chen. And then Blue God also defeated Party Wolf earlier. He did lose the skill. So he lost the skill, as did Lolo MX lose the skill. So both of them had lost. Lolo MX got here after losing the skill and beat Linkor's and Shen earlier.
Oh, man. And this is where we're really going to start seeing Lolo and how he's going to be able to deal with this matchup. Oh, my gosh. He is going in right now.
Gotta be watching out when you're a specific difference.
Oh, my gosh. In the first round? God. In the first round.
Guard break. Oh, man. Okay. Like I said, that's what this character does. This is what she does. She just drains your guard meter like nuts.
I understand.
Of course, those moves that do the guard break usually have a little bit slower startup, so you can bait them out and such. But if she knows how to use them well, she will catch you off guard with them.
Yeah, this is a great test. I mean, obviously, a lot of people probably have been training against Aswell up until this point, especially against Blue Gods as well. Oh my gosh.
That was that one swing, and you heard both Isaiah and Alicia going, what? That swing that it clearly looked like it was a horizontal, went right through Blue God's legs.
Yeah, someone has to email somebody. I don't know who to email for this one. But hey, let's just send it to Harada. He'll forward it to the right guy. All right,
That's
nice
fair.
muscle buster. Jumping low, and again, nice series of attacks here from Blue God, able to snatch away that round, which he needed, of course. Otherwise, it would have been 3 straight rounds. We got to stop the momentum somewhere. All right, decides to dash up, activate, soul charge.
Gets in there with the Beyblade, tries to get the pressure going. Back towards the wall, launched up, not quite close enough to the wall to take advantage of that. There you go, the automatic tech crouch, getting under the high.
He had an opportunity to do something there. Goes for the grab. So I'm able to land it here. Oh, and look at that. Just dash up and do it. Have that confidence.
Man.
And we're going to a final round here in match number 1.
It's like I said, it's the distancing from Blue God. He does it so close up to your face that it looks like he's going to go and try to pressure with something else very standard, like an AA or a 2A or something. And then just a muscle buster out of nowhere. It's the last thing you expect when he's that close.
Yeah, it's timing. His timing is impeccable. Oh my gosh, but this I'm getting crushed.
No fear from Blue God. He just hit 5A.
Do here. This time getting a big counter hit. Is he going to go for reset? No, he goes for the damage. Out of the ring.
And the ring out. And
Great
Blue
presence
God's,
of mind there. That was sick.
Blue God ends up taking that. Nice.
You know, that's the kind of thing that happens.
He knew there was a low wall there. He had the opportunity to go ahead and capitalize off of that. La Blue God. Ugh. I like it.
Wholesome caliber players, man. I love it.
Let's see if Blue God can keep this up. Again, like I said, I think, let me see if I can grab this bracket here. Both Blue God and Lolo MX did lose the skill. So it's not just one of them wants revenge against skill. Both of these players want another chance against skill.
He's backing up. He's like, I have over half a life lead, and I do not want to get reverse rung out.
Lolo right now starting to play the distance game. Obviously, he's up close right now, but when he was in the life lead, he was definitely trying to work that distance to his advantage.
Yeah, well, the offense didn't seem to work out very well because he definitely got hit and lost a chunk of damage, and that's going to give the first round to Blue God.
Here we go. Resetting the situation, both with full life now.
And Lolo's
Oh, got the
not.
second
He
hit.
is. Like,
Yeah, it definitely feels like Blue God at that last round was like doing the.
Trying to
pull out
catch
and
him.
pull
Nice
away.
retaliation there from Blue God.
no, actually though, facts.
But yeah, I don't know. Lolo MX responding right back.
Got him.
right
Both
into the
hits.
line.
This time a nice GI. Gets the follow-up here.
Bet.
This time Lolo with the start. Well, actually, never mind. I was about to say Lolo had a great life lead, but then immediately Blue God started making the comeback, but Lolo was able to close it out. All right, there we go.
Wow.
Okay, 1 round apiece.
Negative 12 gets the punish.
Nice. Goes for the standard K. See what he does here. He's in the red, though. He's going to have to be very careful here. That's going to open him up into a world of hurt because you never know what it's going to be, whether it's going to be a nice heavy attack like that.
Yeah, guard
It's a reset.
break.
No, he goes for the... He's gonna be close. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, it looked like his boots, like the sole of his shoes hit that wall to prevent him from falling out of the ring.
All right, here we go.
Toss an axe.
Speak softly and carry a big hurt box.
Spacing it out. Oh,
Oop, here we
Oh,
go.
perfect timing on that whip punish, though. Nothing really off of it, however. Wasn't like a lethal or anything like that. I don't even think it was a counter hit.
He's just kind of trying to be nice and patient.
Nice step here.
And Lolo will,
Gets a big
however,
launch
get
here.
the
He's gonna
right
go ahead and
back.
go for the critical edge.
Blue God's still gonna live through this. Don't
Putting
forget,
him in
he's
the
trying to burn
blender.
himself if he chooses to.
Now let's see what happens. What's the mix? Goes for the low.
For humanity.
Activates. Tries to build the distance
Oh my
over
God.
here.
Oh,
Gotta live. Gets the bounce.
oh, he had the opportunity, not able to get him out.
Oh, nice sidestep. Actually, oh, that's not even a ring out. It doesn't even need the ring out. Blue God just takes that round straight up through damage. And here we are, Blue God trying to work on a 2-0 lead over Lolo.
2 bars here for Lolo, and you notice that Lolo is now using horizontals more because of
Oh.
how many sidesteps.
Things are starting to get kind of sticky here. Lolo
Catching that step.
being more aggressive, at least up close.
In the sword stance.
Right now getting counter hit by a lot of what Blue God's throwing out.
Yeah, just turning Aswell into a rushdown character here.
Coming out, however, again, 2 bars for Lolo.
All right, what's the mix up here?
He backs off. He recognizes
He does have a significant life lead here. Puts him into the spin. One more hit to win it.
Then a 5A again. Blue God now.
There it is, and Blue God is going to go up 2-0 over Lolo MX. Things are not looking good for our hero from Mexico. As you mentioned, you said during the tournament when you were there live, everybody rooting for Lolo. Big fan of his play, big fan of his personality and everything, I'm sure.
There's absolutely
But it looks like Lolo is in trouble here. He's down 0-2. Can he figure out a way to make the comeback?
Around in my chair just to take a look.
Gotta
I want
check it out.
I want to see.
Oh,
Oh,
no, not again.
he's changing the buttons. Changing the buttons.
Oh, okay, there it
He's
is.
picking the Yoshi.
It's Yoshi time.
Aha, finally.
Baby, let's go.
Going with the, after those 2 games that didn't seem to work out very well, he's going to switch to the Yoshi and go for the Yoshi instead.
2-0. But now with the character.
Nice.
Are
All
we gonna
right.
see the tides turn? Let's get it going. We're gonna be on the 2.
Let's see if this actually works out for him.
Add in, the last
See if this
package.
gives him
2B got out
a
of it.
change of strategy, a different momentum.
It comes up so often. Like, yeah, so coming into it, Lolo on the Yoshi as well.
All
Gonna
right.
fix that bullet cutter, but not
Nice.
today. Oh, get your hands
The
off
thing
it.
is, he is stuck with Yoshimitsu now. If he's going to win this set, he's going to have to win entirely with Yoshimitsu.
Obviously, he has a game to work with. It's not a big
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
there's definitely a level of comfort you can tell that he has with this character.
Pressure out.
I mean, yeah, it's been his main character for forever now.
Oh, just barely missing it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, getting the spin. He
Oh,
got
he's
that
feeling
right.
himself.
Oh, he caught him.
Ooh, yep.
Out of the sky, though. Not able to get a follow-up. Oh, and there's a whip punish. This is big.
That launch. Oh.
I like how he stayed on the floor there, not putting himself into the bigger mix-up. Oh my gosh, he still got it.
Arbitration.
Oh, I was just saying too. I felt like this was working out for Lolo and everything, but Blue God came back and takes that round, steals that round from Lolo MX. So he still has the lead. I mean, like I said, in round 1, it felt like Lolo was kind of winning that for most of the round.
All right, good pressure out.
Now an absolution right now.
All right, Blue God just chilling out on the ground, but okay, blocks that flash on A.
He's not even playing Sugmina anymore. He's doing guard damage.
All right.
Yeah, it's actually whack. Here we go.
Oh, what a step right there.
Ooh, nice sidestep, but not a big punish again. It's just because Yoshimitsu kept going off of that. Guard break off of the knee attack into the lethal hit.
There you go.
There you go. Lolo MX going to take that round.
Forward here.
All right.
Yeah, he split that boy's skull.
Lolo MX staying alive, staying alive.
He warned
Ah, God, round start weapon arts this time.
Do it again. Do it
Yeah, I
again.
know, right?
That's right.
I love seeing people get hit by that like multiple times in a row. But then again, I like chaos.
You just like making other people feel bad. Just admit it, Mark.
I do. In a good way. It's in a good way.
As long as it's in the game, it's all good. Look at this damage. Nice. And the side switch to put him near the edge. Oh, yep. The launch into the dunk from Lolo MX. There we go. Okay, Lolo MX now with the round lead here.
Man, Lolo, he's feeling himself there, dude.
Nice GI, but there you see the RI. I'm sorry, the critical charge.
All right, here we go. Blue God.
And starting to space away. Oh, here we go.
He gets it.
Doesn't matter where you teleport.
Didn't get the follow-up, but again, he's going to have to be very wary of where he's at on the stage. Look at this, working on a perfect. One more, he can do it. Tying it up, we will go to a final round. Never mind, Roo kick.
No, and here we go. Oh, what? And then he was able to roll and get away. Nice avoiding the puddle wasn't on the ground, so it couldn't be thrown. But Blue God still takes the round. Here we go. Set point for Blue God. Set point to get in there to try to get revenge against Skill.
Oh my gosh.
Can he do this? Activate. Get off of me.
Here's going to be a ton of guard damage. 6B is going to catch as well.
All right, here we go. Put your work in. Great block.
Going for it.
What a teleport right there.
Oh, nice. Gets the lethal hit.
Gosh.
Kid, bam! Right in his back.
Look at this life lead Blue God has now. And guess what he finishes it with? How appropriate. Gonna finish it with the Muscle Buster, of course. That's always a tough one to deal with, though. You are in winners finals, and then you lose 2 in a row, going out in 3rd place. That's unfortunate for Lolo, but you can see the audience there cheering him on. And there's his friends to give him a hug and a consolation hugs. But great job to Lolo. Really happy to see a player from Mexico doing so well like that.
Oh, okay. It's 2 out of 3 probably. Okay. 1-1.
Oh man, this is the real tournament. This is the one I'm more interested in. Ooh, look at that.
They were playing they were hitting each other with reversal edges at that point. So, you know, having to guess between which option to go for.
So yeah, but you know, we got to check out the bracket right here so we can see what led us to this point.
Yeah, so here's the bracket once again. You can see we're here in the grand finals. Skill, of course, defeated Lolo MX and Blue God previous in the tournament. Those are the 2 players going up against each other in the losers finals. Skill also defeated Yutoto 2-0 in dominating fashion. Remember, Yutoto going in this 0-2 in this tournament. In that first game, I feel like Skill just kind of ran over him. Definitely wasn't one of Yutoto's best events.
Get out of your seat. I'm taking that seat too. You know what? Actually, give me both these DX Racer chairs. I like them. By the way.
All right, here we go. This is grand finals here of the 2019 Invitational. Again, 7 players invited from winning different events around the globe, and then 1/8 seed going to the highest voter.
In order to win the tournament.
Then there's, of course,
Blue God is a loser side, meaning that he has to win 3 games to reset.
There we go.
And then on top of that, win another 3 to win the tournament.
That's right.
So it's going to be quite a run. But if anyone has a good
Skill
chance of doing
from
that,
France.
he's on a hot streak right now.
This is almost
Blue God from the US.
a repeat of the Evo run.
And like I said, Blue God would go on to win Evo Japan after this, which was the next major. So obviously such a strong player already right now.
Yeah. His pop-offs at Evo were so great.
All right. Here we go. It's grand finals, like I said, Skill. So just in case for those of you who aren't familiar with the way double elimination brackets work, whoever's coming for the losers bracket actually has to win 2 sets. The first set actually has to send the person on the winner's side to losers bracket, and then he needs to beat him again. So that's the advantage. That's your reward for getting to grand finals on the winner's side, is that you only needed to win 1 set, because as soon as you win 1 set, you eliminate the other player. The person in losers, in this case, of course, who is Blue God, has to win 1 set to send Skill to losers bracket, then win a second set to actually eliminate him completely. So the road is definitely very, very, very long for Blue God. But don't forget again, guys, that this weekend is also going to be some more of the Soul Calibur East online challenge. There's going to be some fun stuff going on over there. The open bracket tournament on Saturday, and then on Sunday we'll have the exhibitions with a bunch of the East Coast players, two of who you saw play in this tournament just earlier. But here we go. It is going to be grand finals, Mitsurugi versus Aswell. That's who Mitsurugi is who Skill has been going with all day, and Blue God as well. He's been going with all day using the Aswell. So here we go. Grand finals starting. And Skill has been so aggressive this whole entire time.
And I mean, this is one of the stages.
Ooh, nice, gets launched.
A lot of people really worry about having to fight out.
Look at this already with Blue God just going in there.
Right? He was able to get at round start.
Oh my God, and just the ring out like that. Blue God just being so aggressive right out the gate.
Wow.
Just a little bit of damage.
Yeah, there's the launch now from Skill.
I mean, the thing is, Skill is definitely bringing it here in the matchup, but man, Blue God is coming out super fierce.
Yeah.
Look at all these interruptions here.
Oh, well, definitely an opportunity to get that ring out revenge, but a little bit off axis there to throw him out the bracket.
Oh, challenge with a little bit of BB action. I like it.
Now. Oh, just missed with the knee, and a beautiful whiff punish by Blue God. But Blue God down so much in life right now. Needs to get something going. Going to try to do so by activating the Soul Charge. Ah, not going to happen over there. You know, when you activate Soul Charge with Aswell, you have access to all the different weapon arts. Okay, just trying to get in there.
Let's see what happens. Oh, wow.
Ooh, there we go. The lethal hit right under there, avoiding the high. And now Aswell is in Solomon Grundy mode. Actually, he's just in birthday mode completely.
I like it, though.
Gets the side throw. Oh, no, actually, that's just the forward throw. Okay.
Here we go. Gets the relaunch.
Gets the raw launch. Trying to take this. What?
Oh, what a punish. And that's a good way to punish. I mean, hey, if you're going to try to put me in the buster, let me bust you back.
Yeah, we talked about how negative that is before, so that's very aware. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. He just gets chopped in the face anyway.
I like that song. Oh, man, here we go. Oh, he got a whiff punish there.
Conserving meter on the duck on the throw. He gets the stun here.
All right. Going after him. Oh, the sidestep. Nice. But sidestep was, I think he realized he had the successful sidestep a little too late. Didn't have the button to be able to launch and lead to a combo in time. Got the damage he want, but look at this damage from Skill. Mitsurugi doing tons of damage here. No whiff punish
here we go.
from Blue God.
You gotta watch out, AA.
So close.
He got the shoulder check, and then there it is.
Oh, Skill tying it up 2-2. Wants to try to take this as fast as possible. Can he do this? Or does Blue God have anything left in the tank to be able to try to send Skill to loser's bracket and then do another 3 out of 5 to take the tournament? It's a long road, but we've seen it happen many times before. That was sick. Actually went right there into the stance and caught him with the...
Okay, it was so close.
Okay, didn't quite get to send him out of the ring, but it's so close.
Showing the power of reason. There's 2 bars available for Skill as well. Yeah, he was just.
Oh, here we go. They decide to pop. It's gonna come down to this. Oh, he went for the skies.
Not a clean hit on that one.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said.
Oh,
nice. There you go. Okay, Blue God taking game number 1. Remember that muscle buster has to hit up close. Has to be a clean hit. Basically, it's kind of that's a term that they use in Tekken first, right? The clean hit idea, because I definitely know there's those sweeps that have to hit at closer range in order to get the actual knockdown and set up for combos and such. But there you go, Blue God taking game number 1.
Yeah, look at Skill. Skill looks super pumped.
Skill's like, okay, all right, I see you. You've got some juice in there, but let me show you what I've got in the tank here. So Skill gonna try to take this whole thing here. Doesn't want to let this bracket reset happen, so he's got to get something going here. Nice sidestep again, right next to somebody. You sidestep so much faster.
Right there from Blue God. He did not care afterwards.
Even though it might actually be.
There it is, finally. Okay. This is
There we go. Again, the muscle buster. Things are looking good for Blue God. Blue God is definitely seeming like he's rolling through here right now. Oof.
Good pressure
Again, trying to be aggressive. Skill. Finding an opportunity to stave off that aggression, however.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, that's
Nice
a big launch.
punish.
And the follow-up here, he has him near the wall.
And we're going to see if Blue God disrespects like he did last
He's going to...
time.
Oh,
Not quite, not quite.
man. Blue God is so good at taking the momentum back.
Oh, no punish on the whip.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Here we
that's
go.
the stun now, but look here, Skill with the life lead. Nice whiff punish from far. And was that a tech crouch? Did he just go right under those weapons and take that round right there? Skill now, tying it up here. Like I said, doesn't want to let Blue God reset this. Gets the crumple stun. The combo follow-up, blocks the head stomp, essentially, the dive bomb. And look at this life lead now that Skill has. He's doing so much damage. Blue God is down to no health. Okay, this is going to splat against the wall. So he's going to have the ability to get the wall combo and do even more damage.
Oh, he missed again. That's the second time he missed it in the tournament. Ouch.
And then just a hop kick from Skill. Skill now 1 round away from trying to tie this up 1-1.
Oh my God, yeah, he's in stance, so it makes sense, right?
Oh, okay.
Boy, why are you switching up when I got meter?
My love.
Ugh.
Over there.
All right, let's see what he does to follow up. Oh my gosh, and he's just waking up, going for that A, trying to interrupt. Nice.
Waking up swinging is what we call that. Is that a punish? It is?
Is Skill going to get this? Oh, what's the mix? What's the mix?
Okay, one more.
Oh, he got him.
Just goes low. Just goes low. Very simple. Simple, simple. There you go. Skill tying it up 1-1 with Blue God. So now you can see a little bit more. You had mentioned earlier that he looked really pumped. Now he has this look of confidence, like he can see the end of the road in front of him. Like, I've got this, I've got this. Gonna try to win this for France, but Blue God says no. He's trying to say, I'm gonna take this tournament so I can be the back-to-back winner. So I can be the back-to-back winner. Of course, he doesn't know he's gonna win Evo Japan yet, but you know. That's how you want.
So much should go right now. Go whisper in his ear. Go on stage right now, James, and let him know. You gotta keep this going, bro. Okay. Oh, and he gets the big follow-up here. Oh, that was a great option. Look at this damage. Woo!
Okay.
Oh, you missed.
There we go. Lethal hit towards the wall. Was it wall splat combos? No. It's very weird. Axis ended up bouncing off of there. Blue God.
Oh, good block.
He avoided. Oh, was that a block? Did he block them?
He definitely blocked it. He went for the punish, and look at that. He gets the throw. Skill running away with it again. Wow.
Oof. Nice. Getting the Isen before there was an Isen in this game, basically.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Throw. Decent damage. And try to apply pressure.
Oh,
nice sidestep.
Nice. Gets the AA again, but this time taking the turn back. Blue God popping there, the soul charge. Oh, he went for the spin. He gets a wall splat as well.
Nothing much afterwards.
Oh my gosh, he wasn't ready for it.
Dive bomb out of nowhere. That's always the hardest thing about that move, is that you're just trying to apply pressure. You're just hitting those buttons, and then it just jumps away, and suddenly there's nothing to hit, and all your buttons are whiffing, and then he just falls on your head like that. Got him, but it wasn't a clean hit. Wasn't a clean hit. Speaking of clean hits, there you go. Skill actually gets a sweep into the follow-up.
He got over half his life. I think that
trying to keep Blue God with his back to the corner. You see Blue God trying to sidewalk away from the wall, and Skill trying to keep up with him. And that time you saw the double sidestep so that he could keep him more in a towards the wall position.
Actually tech crouched under the 5A. Very, very lucky in that situation.
Wow, this damage on this combo. Stun combos, of course. When you see those little yellow lines around them, that's the electricity, and that means you got counter hit, and when you get counter hit, you get access to new combos. Moves will cause the opponent to crumble or launch or something in ways that they did not before. Skill takes that round. He's trying to go up 2-1. If he can go up 2-1, you know his confidence is going to be through the roof. He's going to have buffer space and a lot more room to play a little more unpredictably. But Blue God, of course, not going to try to let Skill get away with that.
Oh, here we go. Blue God definitely needs this round here. He does not want to go down 2-1.
So of course he's gonna soul charge, right? He's got another bar to work with.
Oh man, this is where it becomes scary. Skill, is he waiting or is he going to actually go in offensively?
That's why Blue God's not.
Here we go.
Oh, nice clash.
He wants to do it in a situation where he's just.
Oh, again.
Out of it, out of it.
He somehow still got hit. Okay.
Oh wait, did he do anything? No, block. And there we go. Gets the launch. Not quite enough to kill. Oh man, hasn't gone for the lows at all yet. Oh, he tried to GI. He tried to GI.
You risked it there. You risked
he
it there.
didn't wanna rely on his own defense. He was like, you know what? You're gonna attack, you're gonna poke right away, so I'm gonna GI instead. Blue God with the slight stagger. Gonna avoid that GI.
Now, ring outs are a possibility for both players.
Oh, dang! He was finally punished not fast enough in time.
Skill's going wild too, and the thing is, he's flashing red right now. He's on the verge. Oh my gosh, he's going in. That's not gonna hit.
No, yeah, that's too late.
Yeah, he had the aerial hit there from the 6-6K. The follow-up here. Is he going to go for it? Yeah, he got it. He got it, and it popped him out of the ring anyways. Wouldn't have mattered, but Skill is now up 2-1. One match away from becoming the world champion.
Yeah, what was that? B plus K, just frame on the B to get that uppercut, and then the K slide B, I think, for the juggle and the dunk out of the ring. He was going to be killed anyway, but yeah, as you mentioned, Skill is that tournament game. Gonna try to take this for France once again. Remember, US hadn't won any of the big ones yet so far. It had been Keev and Yutoto, and Skill trying to bring another one to France and trying to keep things, keep a goose egg for the US scene in terms of these big events.
Right now, let's see if he's able to mount any kind of momentum here to at least bring him back into a tie game position.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing really good here in this opening set. I like it. First round to Blue God.
All right.
But Skill, man, I mean, the way he's been playing, he's been on fire throughout the entire day.
Blue God
Eliminating every challenge
alive.
that has come his way. You got to remember, he has sent Blue God to losers earlier in the day. Not only that, he sent so many good players into the loser bracket as well.
Pretty on this round for sure. Like, Skill is
Okay.
Look at this life lead that Skill has. This is exactly what he wants, but no life lead is safe in this game. You take just a little momentum, but yeah, there's the punish from Skill. Skill tying it up 1-1. 2 rounds away from potentially taking this tournament, from potentially taking the 2019 Invitational that took place in Las Vegas at the Esports Arena. 7 players won their spots over here. An 8th player at the last chance qualifier at this event itself earlier in the day. This is ultimate bragging rights.
Still available for Skill. He gets the 6B.
Okay. Let's go for the K option. The follow-up here gets the reversal edge. See what he guesses. Nice. He gets a hit. The follow-up. Decides to keep him there for Oki. Nice. Whoa, and the wall. Look, that was so sick.
And it's out of the ring, and that's going to put Skill at tournament point off of that ring out, off of the wall splat. That's the scary part about this stage, is that if you are about to break the wall on the wall splat, you get the wall splat, which also sets you up for the ring out. That gives Skill that. Here we go. Skill now.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, off of me. You can't risk getting wrung out again. Try to get out of there. Skill
Oh, he
going to
gets the
react to
turn
the
back.
zone.
What's
Skill
going to
charge.
happen?
There's the bubble he was trying to
Oh,
push
nice
right
block.
there.
Wasn't hitting buttons, and you see Blue God walking plenty of way around there, and now he wants the ring out position. But he gets caught out of the air. And again, caught
Oh,
low.
this is big. What's he going to do? This might be it.
And that's gonna do it. Skill is your
tournament champion!
I love it. That was so sick.
Goodness, what a
And
punish
there
on
it
that.
is. Skill is going to take it for France. Blue God obviously going to be sad with the second place finish. That won't last long, as we saw from the previous Soul Calibur 6 throwback. Skill ends up Blue God ends up taking that tournament. But you see how strong he is, second place here. It was only a matter of time for him. But Skill from France coming out here and taking this invitational here in Las Vegas in 2019. Again, this was about a year ago. This was November of last year. But Skill ends up taking it. Congratulations to him. You can see how happy he is. You can see how excited he is about taking this, and how much relief there must be to slog through there. Never get sent to losers bracket at all, and end up taking the tournament.
Calendar World Invitational finally
But man, that was great stuff. I was going to say, you know, that round before the very last one, the momentum shift, and when he landed that big combo to get the kill in the ring out,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I felt like he was unstoppable at that point. I mean, obviously we were all going crazy. Alicia and Ebonic Plague were also going crazy. You were going crazy, and he just turned it up to 11. And I think from that point on, Skill just ended up clutching it out, and it was really cool to see that. And obviously he felt it. You saw the way he popped off on stage after he won everything, and it was just great to see Skill becoming that champion in that pressured situation. That was crazy.
Yeah, and again, it's shout outs to that Soul Calibur community. Obviously, they had big plans for the Soul Calibur World Tour here in 2020. Obviously, the world had other plans, but that hasn't stopped us from playing so much Soul Calibur stuff. Again, this weekend, Soul Calibur East Online Challenge. Registration's going to still be going. You can register right now at scworldtour.com. The registration will end very early on the 31st, so just register now. Register tomorrow. Get in there and get ready to play some Soul Calibur action online. If you are in one of the qualifying areas on the East Coast, use the hashtag SCVI Soul Calibur 6 online challenge, no spaces, no words, for any questions about that event.
Yeah, and of course you guys sign up for that, but we have our exhibition that's happening the day after that online tournament series. Make sure you guys check out these awesome matches. We have Lowe's going up against Linkors as the opening match. Then we have Rikuto versus Ender's J. And our final match of the day is going to be Party Wolf versus Sane. So I hope you guys all look forward to that. Party Wolf versus Sane is actually something I'm really looking forward to, because that was the final match for the LCQ of this event, where Party Wolf ended up winning. And I think that was the last time we saw these two play against each other. So I'm, of course, looking forward to it. It is definitely a run back. So there is definitely some lore between all of the matches here. So Rikuto versus Ender's J is the NLBC Classic. Woes versus Linkors is kind of like a Senpai Kohai match. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out, of course.
Okay. Dang, man. Sane wants to get some revenge. That moral victory here. But yeah, no, it's really cool. Again, lots of Soul Calibur action going on. Shout outs to Astro. Shout outs to everybody, also including, for example, Bud Light, for the beer league that they're doing for Tekken right now. They did it early for Soul Calibur as well. Really glad to see when companies like that, when sponsors like that, willing to help prop up games like Soul Calibur and Tekken. We can't do these kind of things without those sponsors and those guys helping us out there. So shout outs to all of them. And, you guys should, if you have the opportunity, thank them as well for, putting on these events for us and having a good time and getting to watch some old Soul Calibur matches here on these throwbacks.
That's been fun. I had an amazing day so far, James. Thanks again for being part of it with me. I always love talking. I think we're going to be back this weekend as well for the Soul Calibur Online Challenge event. Again, you guys still have time to register. Make sure you guys do so. But James, is there anything else you want to say to the Soul Calibur community? Because I just want to say, keep that soul burning, and I look forward to the next time we're able to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I said, again, this is honestly my first Soul Calibur. I've been enjoying it so much. I enjoy this game so much. I love the community. I love the gameplay, just the people involved and everything like that. So as you said, just keep your soul burning and just keep supporting the game. The community does amazing jobs with all the little weeklies and events, with the matcherinos and the Soul Calibur. They had a charity event.
Soul Calibur Without Borders.
Without Borders, that's what it was. Yeah, and they raised a lot of money there as well. So just keep doing what you're doing, Soul Calibur community. Keep it up, keep promoting the game, keep playing the game, and we'll keep growing. So shout outs to the Soul Calibur community.
I think that's it, right, James? We're going to head on out. But again, thanks, James, for joining me and being part of this. I think it was really fun. But we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Peace out.
バンダイナムコ